Oh, we back.
Get the fuck out of me.
Shout out to your podcast. I'm about to go, yeah. I'm about to get real Brooklyn. Our man Chiseled Adonis in the building. Man got a velvet do-rag on.
Top 5 dark skin niggas. Top 5. I uploaded to top 5. He's up and coming. The talk of the talk. About to be the blackest episode. Once again, the annual Chiseled Adonis annual Black History episode.
We back.
We have
Black castor oil in his beard.
blackity black.
He eating sea moss. He drinking some black seed oil.
Are you though?
Sea moss? No. Initially, I thought sea moss was like, in correlation with seaweed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the hell is sea moss? And I saw my brother eat it. I was like, wait a minute. What is
Wait, your brother eats it?
No, not my large brother.
Oh, that's
my other.
That's what
Yeah,
just
we-
messed me up. I was like, wait, your brother that we just spoke about?
Your brother's a large man.
Very large man. Very
I
large
saw
man.
about a couple of his skits he did. I bet big.
Oh yeah. Heavy.
Pause.
Heavy. His stomach has a stomach. Yeah.
Well,
Like, you ever think? So it's gonna sound bad wild. So
Yeah.
I watched 600 Pound Life the other day.
oh
right?
my God,
Yeah.
love
And
that
there was this
show.
really big dude on
Wait,
there.
is your brother fucking bitches? Sorry.
It is like currently.
Is he
I'm
getting
not too sure.
bitches? I feel
Is he
I
getting
feel he gets
bitches?
bitches.
Because
though.
big niggas get bitches.
Get
Yeah,
mad
but
bitches.
it's putting the effort. You know, right now he's not in the spot in life to where he can go and put in the effort. Yeah, so
you advise
it's not really,
against it.
huh?
Wait, so he's not
no,
getting no pussy?
Well, I cannot confirm nor deny said sentiments.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Have you ever caught him beating off?
Caught him beating off. I don't.
The wild
I
episode.
feel like there may have been a moment, but he was able to scurry away before I can enter the
Wait,
house.
but how would he scurry away? Did it look slow motion?
Everything he does is very slow motion.
Oh, Stephanie, you watching this? This is Chiseled Adonis.
Yes.
He's in the building.
Yes, I'm in the building.
Well,
Hello,
Jobber
how's it going?
Nation, we just
Shout out
went
to
right
Stephanie,
into.
AKA, Mama Dershi. Check out
Yeah.
the latest episode of Stephanie Podcast with your truly,
The Hardy
Janelle from the
Wrestling
HR
Podcast,
the
please.
mothers of the Black wrestling community, Janelle and
I ain't got
Stephanie
no kids.
Hardy.
Hardy.
Ooh.
Yo,
Hardy.
not no bullshit though. Like the first time when we did the Big 4 episode, when we recorded last week, I was like, the first thing I wanted to be like, are you related to Matt and Jeff? But I was just like, I ain't gonna go there. Never mind.
Why?
Because the
Why?
Because the Hardy.
Why?
Because the Hardy. I'm sorry.
Exactly, like, it's
That's just
somebody's
like-
name,
What's another name? Like,
yeah. It's like,
if someone looks Samoan, you'd be like, are you related to all them niggas?
Yeah, pretty much.
9 out of 10 they usually are though.
But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
in the wrestling community.
But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Because I watched Yoko's documentary, and I was like, damn, yo, Maya V is nuts. Because my shorty said it. My shorty was like, Maya V is nuts. Bless the wrestling community.
Yeah, he played so many damn seeds. It's not even funny.
Nah, he
He
How
basically-
was the documentary? I had to cut it
It
off.
was
'cause I-
really.
Yeah, because I'm the first 15 minutes I had missed it because it came on right
It came
after
on
the
right
Royal
after the
Rumble.
Rumble.
So I wasn't paying attention to the first 15 minutes. So I didn't. It started getting interesting.
Yeah,
I said,
it got
"Let
to
me
the meat
stop," 'cause-
after the 15
Yeah.
minutes. No, but it was really good. I actually really loved Yoko, and to get a behind the scenes look, and because I always felt like they did. Oh, you got a shiny little head.
Oh.
I always felt like once again they did him dirty. Come WrestleMania 9.
Oh, I didn't know. Yo, Hulk Hogan's a whole ass bitch.
But that's why
what
I
happened?
don't
What
like
he doing?
Hogan. I keep telling y'all niggas this.
Oh, he politicked his way into getting the title
gave
back.
he imaginary Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 9, and I keep telling
No,
niggas
this shit
this.
was-
Oh,
'cause
that's
the
right.
shit
That is
was
how it ended.
wild.
He just
Yeah.
came down
So
he
the
just
ramp.
came down, and Brett was like, they made
Wait
it
a minute,
seem
that
like
was scripted?
no,
No,
it was.
No, it wasn't. It was.
No, it was last minute.
Yes.
What
It was
did I
last
tell-
minute.
Hold on. Let's all cut off. You go first. Go ahead.
Okay, so for those that are watching the live feed and listening to the episode, and we'll get into actual introduction of the episode, but if you have not already on the WWE Network, we've always recommended watching the documentaries on there because they're really, really good. So the one that they just debuted is the Icons series, and the first episode was Yokozuna. So basically, and definitely right after the 15 minutes you watch, they talked about Yoko's build up to winning the Rumble, and then him going on to WrestleMania to meet Brett, and that ends up being WrestleMania 9. So you get there, it's that whole like Roman Coliseum, blah 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 thing. So Yoko wins, but before that, behind the scenes, like maybe a day or two before, they tell him like, you're gonna win the belt. But then Hogan enters the picture a day or two before the event and is like, listen, I want to come in. I want to kind of get this last run in before, because he knew he was leaving. So he's like, I want to go out with a kind of bang thing. And in all actuality, Yoko ended up being the one that brunt of Hulk wanted to come in and do the last run. So basically, he went to Vince and Bruce Pritchard and all of them and was like, listen, I want to get this last run in. What can we do? I think I should win the title. I should get the title back at WrestleMania and run the next year with the title. So basically, then the match happens. You get Yoko versus Brett. Yoko wins for probably like 5 minutes, if that.
Yeah, I remember,
And then enters Hogan. And Mr. Fuji goes and says, we want to challenge you for the title, blah, blah, blah. But that's how they set it up so Hogan can win the title back. And then they ended up doing, Yoko worked. And I think that's really what the highlight was that he was willing to go. He was willing to be the guinea pig no matter what. So, but it was just wild.
But this is what I got from him. Hogan's a whole ass bitch.
Oh, whole ass.
First of all,
niggas
number one thing, Hogan. We all agree Hogan's a whole ass bitch. There's an all black table of wrestling fans, and we all can agree Hogan's a whole ass bitch. Yeah. That's one. Number two, it hurt Yoko, but it got this nigga paid.
Right.
So because at the time you made money off the door too. So the year that he was running it, all the house shows he was doing, he was always with Hogan. And if you look at old interviews, they always said when Hogan was in town and you worked the same card as Hogan, you got paid. So it worked out for him, but it was fucked up because you had the title for 5
You only had 5 minutes.
Less than
if
5
that,
minutes. But then he technically had a 2-title reign. He did, but the second title reign, it was like almost a year. Yeah, and he's also one of the youngest.
He was the first youngest WWF champion.
Yeah, he was 26.
26.
Yeah. And then Randall took that spot.
Randall took it.
So, but the thing is, Hogan's a whole ass bitch. At the end of the day, Hogan's a whole ass bitch.
And it's not, listen, and for everyone that always wants to jump on and say, but Hogan did this for the business, and it's not to take away the opportunities and doors that Hulk Hogan opened for the business. I'm not negating that. I will never take that away from Hulk Hogan. However, though, when you have superstars like Yoko who's willing to swallow his pride, and he has a whole ass family to feed, because in the spoiler alert, in the documentary, he also, people that talk about him always talk about how he always gave money to everybody in the family. Literally,
story,
Christmas, he gave niggas.
Was the original head of the table.
Yeah.
So, one year, Rikishi's on there. Like the whole Samoan family.
The whole family.
Like
Jay and them, everybody was on there.
So Rikishi's on there, and he's just like, yo, I had just bought a new house. I had put all the money into the house. But we needed heat. So you have to buy certain things for the crib. Yeah. Yoko gave his nigga a blank check.
Signed.
Said, here, do what you got to do, whatever. Because at the time,
that was that Hogan and them having that.
He's making extra money. He didn't care about money. Because what I loved about the doc, it showed Samoan culture.
Right, and everybody taking care of everybody, no matter how big or small you are.
So when Roman talk about, I'm the head of the table, and I got to take care of a family, he's not talking about his beautiful little kids. He's talking about everybody. He's
talking about daddy, uncle, cousin, second cousin, third cousin.
Because when, spoiler alert, when Yoko passes away, one of the uncles who brought him in, he starts bawling because he was like, I was responsible for him.
Right.
He was my responsibility, and I failed at taking care of him. Because Yoko died with early 30s.
Yeah, but it was his weight and stuff.
He early 30s because of his weight. But then we also it also brought up something else, how that eating is a disease. Yeah. Man was eating, I think it was 75 or 50 turkey butts with mayo.
What's turkey butts?
I don't know. He ate them.
He discovered it. Nobody eating that piece of the turkey. Why? It's the turkey butt. All right, we're going to eat it.
We're going to eat it good. And we're going to dip it in mayo.
Wow.
So he used to bring grease to shows and fry it at the show.
At the show, yeah.
So
that's the ultimate fat nigga shit.
So
you going through check-ins. Yo, what you got in your suitcase? I got some clothes. What you got in there? I got a championship. What you got? Some grease up in here.
He had cooking grease. And then he took the cooking grease.
Wild.
He dipped it in the grease. Then he had a fryer. Then he dipped it in the fryer.
He had the original air fryer.
Yeah, the original air fryer. I was just about to say he had the original air fryer.
That shit is hilarious.
But the thing about he was eating good though.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
It was that one scene they was talking about how he ate all that sushi or something like that.
it was for 10 people. He ate it like by himself.
Yeah.
Oh man, they lucky Yoko didn't last to get Instagram. You think The Rock eat a lot, man? Yoko something else. He can eat The Rock.
No,
But it goes back.
Jeffrey said that.
talk to the mic.
Jeffrey said that y'all wrong for laughing.
But because it goes back. It's a disease though.
Yeah.
Because that like obesity is a legit disease
It is.
and like a mental disorder.
Laughing at obesity is not funny though. Like the disease is not funny, but like him eating all that stuff is hilarious. Like dang, nigga was fat.
Yeah.
Because think about it, like it's the same concept of like when you have like the Nathan's hot dog competition. Like,
Yeah.
And it's not even like.
Nah,
it's-
I'm bodying that. I'm telling you niggas.
nah.
How many do you get to eat?
I can legit do 30. I have done eating competitions because I did one on
Didn't you do like the crab one or like?
it's like the salt and batter thing. So what you had to do is eat 3 pounds of fish.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, see, I'm happy this. I thought it was just salt and batter. I'm like, damn, you went to like a Caucasian Thanksgiving or something like that? Like, goddamn. Okay, but there's some food here. I'm interested. I'm interested
it's
now.
Salt and batter.
Okay.
But it's like
All right.
whatever. So I had it's like 3 pounds of fish.
Okay.
You gotta eat drink a can of soda.
Okay.
Half a pound of fries.
Okay.
And then like a quarter pound of beans, green beans.
Oh, I'm gonna lose right there. Yeah.
So, but I fucked it up.
Yeah, you had me until you got to the beans.
My nigga, I was in the top 10.
Oh, well, that's what's up.
I'm a fat nigga with abs, B.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I used to be, and suddenly I can't eat as much as I used to. It's very sporadic. Like one day I could just eat the whole damn day. The next, I take 3 bites and I'm gone. I don't get it.
My cheat days, like my cheat days, like on Royal Rumble, a nigga had 25 fried chicken wings.
Where
Oh,
do you even get
nice.
25
I had
wings
25
from?
chicken wings. I had a
Nice.
bucket of fries.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sipping on some kombucha.
Ah, nice.
Gotta
nice.
even out. Gotta even. Gotta be ratchet and you gotta be holy at the same time.
Okay, all right. I like it. I like it. I
Okay.
like it. I had a moment like that when I went to Puerto Rico this past November. They have this thing called
you
mofongo.
traveling?
Huh? Oh, I did. I had
You
to.
dirty.
I had to.
That's not-
a little
oh,
bit.
don't do that.
No, a little bit. Little bit.
You
little
a little
bit.
dirty, my
yeah,
nigga.
a little
Don't
bit.
do that.
Little bit.
We
Because the
went
whole
to Tampa
pandemic
for a
out here.
day. No,
No,
don't do that.
he went
traveled.
international.
Yeah.
He left the border.
Yeah,
He crossed the border.
I had paid for the tickets. I'm like, I'm still gonna go. Because I already
I see
had
why
it. I might
not,
as well.
yeah.
But when I went over there, the people were wilding. I mean, some people, they were just like, yeah, we ain't wearing no mask. You couldn't take the mask off my face.
Yeah,
so
no.
I tried to eat through the mask, right? But they had the I don't know if it's like the Puerto Rican national food, whatever, but it's like the mofongo, right?
Mofongo's
But-
delicious.
And we
Delicious.
hate. So there's a lot of bun on in there. You know?
lot of bun
There's a
on.
lot of bun on in there.
But it's
I
a good
had
bun on, though.
like 6 of those, and I never stopped eating. They looking at me, what's wrong with this guy? Even the work is like, who is this guy?
But the
They
thing
keep
about
eating
it, they
him.
never see people outside though.
Yeah,
like this.
exactly. So you just go in there. It's like the Homer animation in The Simpsons, where you just throw in the stuff in your mouth. You just eating everything.
But I went to Italy, right?
Oh, okay.
So I'm in Italy, whatever, and you know.
And this is at like the height of
no,
the
it
pandemic.
was
by the
before
way.
the pandemic.
No,
Wait,
that's
don't do that.
bullshit.
You can't. You dirty too.
Yeah.
A little
No,
bit.
Let me
that
tell you
was-
something, brother.
I went right before the pandemic.
He went He went right before the city shut down. That does not mean
I
he
went-
went right
I
before
went
the
in
pandemic.
February. I
He
went in
went
Oh,
in
okay,
Italy.
yeah. He was
But
before. He
niggas
was
in Italy
before.
were dying.
Oh yeah, they were. Oh yeah, it
By
was
the
crazy.
thousands.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was
So-
crazy.
I had went, so then we doing like this pasta making class, and the dude was like, "Man, I don't got no food for you." I was like, "Yo, it's good." He's like, "You're such a big man. I need to feed you." I was like, "Yo, my G, yo, I'm good."
So he wasn't getting courted? I must feed him
Right.
at once.
Princess
I was like,
Amundo.
yo, my nigga, I'm good. He's like, nah. And he was like, I got him. He was like, yo, I need to feed you. Then
He's
we went
never
out-
seen a dark chocolate,
Yeah.
muscular man.
People
Nah,
excited to feed him.
They don't.
Gave him the
And then,
special
we
sauce.
went to this like this little restaurant on the hill type of shit in the middle of the night. We were trying to get sexy.
Wait. We gotta unpack this. You went to a special restaurant at the highest of hills in the middle of the night. It's at 3 a.m. I've got you. You went to go get dinner at 6 p.m. He said, no, come back in the after hours when nobody's awake. I will feed you at the highest of hills.
Yo,
That sounds like you should have died.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying
Absolutely.
to get sexy. I'm trying to get sexy.
You got fed by the booty warrior. It was where's Salt Bay from? I don't know, but he got the spice on there.
I'm dead. But
Yo, so I went there, and then the old dude that was in there, because it was a small little spot, and he kept going like, yo, bring him more bread and salad for him. I was like, what? They really don't see bigger black people out there.
No.
Oh, probably not. I would have stopped at the bread though, cause I eat too much bread at that point. I'm not even. I can't really keep eating. Well, probably, yeah. Probably.
No, that's not black people. That's just Haitian. Mad people.
No. You
Like,
don't.
Bread, rice is just too much.
No, I love bread and well.
No, you don't understand.
It
Like,
never
or
ends.
can we just say it's a Caribbean thing? Like, can we blanket that? Because I love rice. Just as much as the next person.
it's different. It's different. The culture's different. B like,
Yeah.
There's no portion size.
Yeah, there is none. Yeah.
We haven't
I don't
invented
think
that.
that.
Yeah, it's endless.
I
People
mean-
go to bottomless brunch. We go to bottomless rice. It never ends.
How many times have I ordered chicken fried rice?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
It
I'm
don't
good
stop.
with that.
The only people who could probably argue is like the Thai people, because all they eat over there is rice, but they not.
Bro, you know
Not
what
large
our
and
breakfast
decent.
is sometimes?
That's wild that they don't like get any.
Isn't that
good-
interesting?
That's interesting.
It might be
Like, the
because
Asians
of
don't get
It's their region.
stocky.
the terrain. Yeah, I would assume because it's a very hilly kind of place, so they're burning all of that off.
Yo, we're not even talking about restaurants,
But,
but I
yeah.
make
it's okay.
chicken.
This is the
chicken
introduction.
egg fried rice in the morning though.
Ah,
That's
nice,
my
nice.
thing.
Oh, in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, you chefed it up?
Yeah, it's 2 cups of rice,
See,
chicken,
I can't do
eggs,
that. I can't do that.
scallions,
What?
No.
a little bit of
blow
soy
up.
sauce.
Oh, you blow.
I retain too much water from rice, bread, whatever. So I'll literally.
That's deadlift day. That's deadlift day.
Oh, yo, and there it is.
My
They gotta
favorite
get
thing
to that
though
gym.
is looking at a picture like from when we first started the podcast to now, and I always be like, I miss Thickums, Mr. Blind.
Why do people miss
Oh.
that look?
I mean, because Thickums are in. Like,
Oh, yeah, they are in. They are in.
that's
Yeah,
why
the
I'm
large
like.
is
That's why I
outweighing the
asked, like,
muscular,
is your brother getting ass at this point? 'Cause I'm just
I
like,
feel
what?
like I lost weight in a weird time because I'm looking like, dang, like all the big niggas getting girls now. I'm looking like.
Oh, damn. So you just missing the wave of hoes. Like, they just keep
Mad wave
keep
of
passing you by. Damn.
Nobody likes me.
Damn.
The only thing that
All
saves
right.
me.
All
You
right.
a trainer.
No,
You-
no, no, no,
it's
no.
easy ass
No,
for
no,
you.
no,
It gotta
no.
be.
No,
The
nobody
only thing
gotta
likes
that
me.
saves me.
Nobody
That's
likes
not
me.
true.
The only thing that saves me is this: that like
You have a beard, nigga.
I have a beard.
Yeah, that's good,
My
that's
own
good.
place, and I work, and I have a podcast. Only
There it
the
is.
fortune
There it
that
is.
saves
Thank
me.
God you work.
Right.
It'd be a shame. You got
God
your own spot. You
forbid.
ain't got no job. It'd be like,
Only
damn.
one person likes me. She watching the podcast.
Oh.
Nobody
No.
likes
Well,
me.
hey, you got a supporter then. You got
I
somebody who
got
support.
one.
That's
One.
all
I
you
take
need.
one.
He's
That's all you
lying.
need.
I got one.
Stop
B.
lying. I mean, no, currently, yes. But, like, don't sit here at the table and be like, no one likes me.
Nobody likes
That's
me. B.
bullshit.
No,
No,
everybody likes them.
That's bullshit.
Everybody hates me. They literally will walk past me. Hey, Wilkins, hi, Janelle. I'm looking like, dang, nigga. And there's some dude named Dre, Sancho Dre. Like, he runs on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi, Dre. I'm looking like, this nigga's not even on a damn show.
Now he feels some type
Tell,
of way.
yeah, I'm about to say,
But he bringing
tell
limes
us-
out his pockets.
tell
though.
us how you really feel.
But he bringing limes out his
hurt.
pockets.
To acknowledge me.
I am a boy, David.
Yo,
That's
listen,
what
I
he
only
just
bring
said.
limes because it's good for, like, to out the water, man. Like, I don't like to retain a lot of water, man. Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Fair enough. fair enough. Fair enough.
They just love big bitches.
You
Big
said,
niggas.
wait, what?
Big bitches and big niggas is winning out here.
A lot of friction.
Lot of
A lot of friction in
Listen,
these streets.
I love
I
me
mean,
a
you
big
gotta
mama,
have a
though.
balance,
I
though.
love
Fair
me a big
enough,
mama,
fair enough.
though. Like, big girls been taking care of me all my life, though. So, I love
But nobody
them.
likes me.
Yo, so
Fair enough.
that's
Why you
not
lying?
true.
Why you like?
Yo,
Actually,
you just
fun
aggravate the
fact,
fuck out of me.
Fun fact. The first girl that I lost my virginity to was a skinny girl, and now she's a man named Chad.
Whoa, wait,
What?
whoa. Hold,
Wait,
hold,
wait,
whoa.
wait
Wait
a
a minute.
minute.
Wait a
Wait
minute.
a minute.
Wait.
How
wait.
was this? Wait, how
Wait.
did we?
Was
First,
it the
how
one
did
that
we had a
that
reverse
how did-
Caitlyn
that you fucked
situation.
The handball court?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's her.
She's a man now.
She's a
She
man
is?
now.
Yeah, she's a man.
So,
But we
so,
all saw that coming though.
so
Wait,
technically,
how- wait,
you
how
could
did
say
you
you slept
see-
with a man? There it is. There
I'm
it
not
is.
gonna give you props.
There it is.
Yo, but how
Mr.
did
Black
y'all?
once
How
slept
did
with a
y'all
man.
see that coming? Like how?
Oh, so-
how
so-
did you just see transgender follow
Beat you in
through?
handball, and then you was like,
no,
drop my
no.
balls.
So all right.
This
Chad, was it her name is Chad now, right?
With Chad, we're not gonna say her.
Yeah, her name is Chad now. So
All Chads.
It doesn't matter.
when we were growing up, she was like this cute, pretty girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a
And-
picture of her? Or him?
And
Oh.
suddenly, it
So
took a turn.
no. So
In
so the
30s.
thing, she was a really pretty girl, and dudes are disgusted because she was new to the neighborhood,
Oh yeah.
brand new to the neighborhood. She got this little pretty girl. She looks like the Brat,
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
but Brat younger and more like yeah, just like the Brat.
The brat.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So that's Chad.
Wait, Chad. So is this
okay.
so black?
Yeah.
Black? They chose the name Chad.
Oh yeah. So,
Interesting.
So then
You saw her?
No. This is afterward or before?
No, this is now.
Oh, it is now. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay.
It's actually Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then,
I almost outed it, but I was like, oh wait, never mind.
dudes, young girls, are very, acceptable to like, hey man, you looking real nice tonight. So things started changing for her. Dudes started talking to her, but she wasn't smart enough to like, chill. She didn't have the right, representation to help her maneuver around these sharks in the water.
Yeah.
So these sharks started biting,
Yep, absolutely.
and this guy ends up running a trade on her at the
Wait,
handball
so you
court.
weren't the only nigga
You were involved in the train, but which car
you the
in the
first-
train were you?
The first car.
Oh, you had to be okay.
okay.
All right. That's fair. So
I don't
now
think so,
that
but
is now a Chad, now a man now. When you sing like someone that I used to know, does it hit different? I'd assume because they no longer that person no more. And one has to wonder, how did you get involved in this train? Did you use a Metro card? How did you get there?
No, I didn't.
Okay, all right.
Easy pass.
No, it was easy pass because
Easy
my
pass.
boy ends up taking it down a week later behind a tree in the park.
Dang, so
Wait, so
this
she's
just
just outdoors.
just outside,
I was just like,
just outside.
adventure, huh?
See,
No,
some
it-
people they out there on beds.
No,
other
it-
people like
it
in
was
the car.
it was a
She's
common
like,
thing growing up.
I'm out here.
It was a
Interesting.
common thing in Brookville Park.
Yeah,
Oh.
growing up in
Oh.
a small town, like growing up in these towns like Rosedale, Long Island, you
Yeah.
literally know how it feels to grow up in a small town.
Yeah.
Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, everybody knows everybody, so
Yeah.
everybody saw that. And that next week later, I'm hearing that my boy smashed behind a tree in the park.
Damn.
And I was like, yo, that's just weird, okay. But then after all this happened, I saw the transition happen.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
like-
how soon after did this?
It was like legit a year after.
Damn.
It took a
Wait, so
while.
y'all smash, and then a year later,
I'm a man.
I'm a dude.
No. She was just,
Oh, okay.
exploring her sexuality.
okay,
She
okay.
slowly
Yeah.
started like wearing different types of clothes, more guy clothes per
Oh,
se.
okay.
And then the transition happened, and then
And
now
now, like certain dudes, like this one dude, I'm not gonna say his name. He nasty though. Like he was way older than her.
Mhm.
There's a lot of nasty niggas I grew up with.
Oh,
yeah,
I
it was
mean,
wild. It was wild.
My nigga, for you to sit here and be like, I ran a train on a girl
Yeah.
that now is a guy.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, it was common.
Not judging, but it's common.
It's common.
Not
Yeah, at that age, back in that era, it was pretty common.
Nigga.
That doesn't. It
doesn't-
doesn't conclude in I'm a man. It does, like this, like the
Like,
end and
A
the means.
and B has nothing to do with it.
Listen,
Okay, guys.
listen. I think we should stop talking
All
about
right,
About
well,
wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, good
yeah.
morning. now we're gonna have to cut everything.
Oh,
Probably
my
no, we're
God.
not. We're gonna keep it.
Yeah, we keep it
But
up.
Yo, Kanisha, stop saying I have mad hoes though. I have no
Who's
hoes.
Kanisha?
My shorty.
Yo, you are
My
not allowed
bad.
to spit out that
My
water
bad,
at
soul
all.
sister.
You are
My
not
bad,
allowed
my
to spit
bad.
out that
Shout
water.
out to her.
That's
Like, she
good
had a
water.
great point in the conversation because some white dude asked about Obama. She's like, listen, we cannot have the conversation with you present. And like, you try to explain why. I'm looking like,
Cause I love when no, this is not like a race to race thing, but I love when people that are not of color would definitely be trying to pull the race card. When it's just like, listen, if I wanted to be about race, I would have just said
exactly. But certain
Point
stuff,
blank period.
like, when someone says, stay out the conversation
Thank
because
you.
it doesn't involve you. And she said it like, this is a conversation that we should have behind closed doors. Conversations like that I call the kitchen table talk. Because certain things you have to have at the kitchen table before you go out there and explore it. Because there's some stuff that we said as Janelle Underground that we should never say. By the time we get on the show, it's more refined.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
But welcome to the
Black
blackiest,
History
the
episode,
blackiest of black.
The second annual
episode.
with Chiseled Adonis.
We are kicking off. We are kicking off Black History Month with a friend to the podcast, Mr. Chiseled Adonis himself, is in the building with us.
Second annual.
Second time around,
Second
bigger,
annual.
better,
And blacker.
and blacker.
Oh, yes.
Don't
He's
sue me,
top
Chris
5,
Rock.
sometimes top 15 dark skinned niggas.
Oh, wait,
I
how do you?
appreciate that.
That's a wide range.
I wonder who else I'm involved.
Oh, God
in the-
Fury.
Okay, God Fury.
Godfrey.
Oh, okay. All right. I was
Come
about
on,
to say, I
come
thought it was two different people.
Yeah.
So I was
God
God
Fury.
Fury.
Godfrey.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Murphy.
Oh wow, that's high praise.
Yep.
Yes,
so
I
this is
am.
we are present. Indeed. So
There
we
we
are
go.
kicking off Black History Month once again with our friend to the show, Mr. Chiseled Adonis. We are going to, while we are at it, we might as well talk about the talk of the town, which is this past
A black
Royal
queen.
Rumble, where history was made. So we'll go around real quick. What were your thoughts on the pay-per-view itself? This is just going to be a review of the Royal Rumble real quick.
Quickly, the pay-per-view was solid. If I give it a
Are you gonna Dave Meltzer it or?
I'll Dave Meltzer it. I'll give it Sir Wilkins style. If I were to give it a couple of my ratings probably would be about solid 4 cups of coffee out of 5.
Ooh.
Solid. It was solid. But I really enjoyed the
Cups.
Women's Royal Rumble.
Yes.
I think that was one of the highlights of the show. Not because Bianca won was one thing, but the story that was told in it, I really enjoyed it. I got to apologize to Edge.
Hold on, we're gonna get to that apology in a second. Mr. Black, what were your thoughts on this year's Royal Rumble in its entirety?
It was great. Start to beginning. You know, once again, you know, Roman has found his Joker because these men could go at it. You know, going to each match, I'm gonna up one you to kill you even more. That's like one of the basic stories that you can tell with these. Like you need a guy to bring out the toughness out of the tribal chief, because when he was beefing with his cousin, you show his dominance, but you need it in a way where, like, in sports, like, you need teams to test how far it could go, you know? You need a New York Giants, you know? You need those teams that, like, I got to get over the hump to get to the next level. So, overall, pay-per-view was great. It was my top 10 favorite Royal Rumbles.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Lovely.
Chiseled Adonis.
Yes, I would have to say, as the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis, I'd have to say my thoughts on the Royal Rumble. I'd have to say a solid 27 out of 30. It was very, very, very entertaining.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
30 people come in. Okay,
yeah,
27.
27 out of 30. It from start to finish, the transition from the matches, I feel like it was very good.
They were
pacing.
all positioned very well.
Because you start off with a high impact, very fast match with a Goldberg and Drew, and then you move on to the
Goldberg
women's
can't
tag.
wrestle more than 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Kind of like the pre-show with the
and the pre-show with the women's tag match was
which was actually okay.
It was okay. It wasn't bad.
I was waiting for a lot of people to backlash and be like, "Why isn't it in the pre-show?" What people say, but it's just like I actually thought it gave a good balance because it got you hype, and that's actually what I sometimes miss about pay-per-views is that remember back in the day when it was the free-for-all, and then it transitioned into Sunday Night Heat, but you got amped up about a pay-per-view with a like with a show. So I think the women's tag team match going on the pre-show got you hyped. Like, all right, cool,
But
I'm ready.
The only thing is just the build to the match. I wish that could have been a little bit better, but the match itself, I enjoyed it for what it was worth. The finish, but I understood why, because it was only a matter of time. They're trying to do this thing with Rick Lacey and Charlotte, so of course it was just unfortunate that Asuka had to be the one to, take the, but she's kind of lost her steam. But whatever the deal may be, from that to the WWE Championship match to the women's, championship match, which we all love. So I've never met somebody who's just like, yeah, Sasha's trash. I haven't.
Oh, they're out there.
Yeah, they're there, but never in my face. We're gonna have a problem.
Okay.
I mean, her husband. They got expensive taste because she had on the Louis and all the other stuff. I said,
like,
oh, wait a minute, she got money.
I was like, that shit was hot.
But also, a lot of people don't give her like credit in the ring.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the problem.
Because she truly, of the 4 horsewomen, she makes everybody look good. To my estimation, she's giving everybody their best match.
No, because she's I always say it, she's on God tier level
Absolutely.
of ring psychology
Absolutely.
and ring work. Because if you watch that match, come on, let's keep it a buck.
Carmella's not on that level.
Yeah, on that level.
But Sasha made her look good.
Yeah, Sasha went from, okay, you know what? I can't run this match like a Ferrari. So I'm gonna slow this down to a Toyota Camry, but it's gonna be fully loaded.
I won't say a Toyota Camry. I can slow it down to a Lexus.
Same company.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
No, but a Lexus is more luxury.
Lexus looks more luxury. It looks much more luxury.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
Have you seen a new Toyota Camry, my nigga?
Come on. I'm Haitian. We Haitian. Come on. I'm fixed up having Camry.
Is that the standard car?
Yeah,
Is that the official car of Haiti?
Somewhat. Pretty much. It's very standard.
It used to be the
Everybody
Volvo, but then the Volvo's not really doing it.
Yeah, they broke into my father's Volvo back in the day. Yeah, like the late 90s.
Classic.
It was crazy.
Box shape. Yo, that's a bit like a tank.
Yeah,
but nevertheless,
win
what
every
you saying,
accident.
though?
but I just to go back to Sasha, it's like I watched that match and I was like, yo,
She made Carmella look.
She made Carmella
You said
look
something- okay,
way
boom,
too
boom, boom,
good.
okay, boom.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
one thing that you said earlier, I like to piggyback on. You said that she makes everybody she wrestles better.
Yep.
Shout out to my boy Dwayne with the show off. With the show off season podcast. Check out the last episode I was on featuring me, Mrblacc, talk about my journey. Please check that out. It will be the link on the description below, and also the first pinned comment. And also check out Stephanie Hardy's podcast with Janelle. Also be the pinned comment. But like I said before, though, is one of the most good matches that Nia has was the feud that she had with Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
And the good thing about Sasha Banks is, as she putting over people, she's getting better.
Yep.
If you watch it from NXT, when like she was still trying to figure out her character, until now, you're looking like, wow, she's getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's at the complete precipice of her career, and she's going to continue
Oh my
to go
gosh.
and
Like-
because the amount of people, and that's why I'm so happy that she ended up on a SmackDown where they
Yes.
can bring people in, and there's new people for her to one feud with, but also make look good, because the women's division was soaring. I'd have to say in the beginning of last year, it was soaring, but then it kind of once Becky had this was in 2019 when she ended up taking both the belts and things
Yeah.
like that, and it started to fizzle out because they just started throwing a bunch of people together in the tag division and nobody was really building the singles. But from what it's worth, with what Sasha's doing and the work that she's doing, every single feud, like you said, she's getting better and she's making other people look better. So wherever they go after they're done with her, you could look at that competitor like, oh, that's a legit competitor, rather than just like, oh, well, you're just gonna go right back to jobbing or things of that nature. So yeah, I gotta give Sasha
No,
her flowers while
Sasha
she's still there.
definitely- And I watched that match where I was just like,
What?
the Sasha Banks and Carmella match where I was just like, there were certain moves Carmella, and it's not to say Carmella hasn't improved in the ring either, because I think she has, and she definitely has taken a few technical classics. I was like, oh, she got a submission here, got a submission there. Oh shit. And then, but once again, shout out to Corey Graves for putting her always
But
over,
I
because
also feel
I
like
love that shit.
Carmella character hasn't evolved.
Yeah,
Because-
it came stagnant after she won the title.
Yeah.
Because that was her best run.
Yeah.
I think when they were in London and they were taping, I don't know if
Right,
it was
right,
Raw or
right.
SmackDown,
Yeah, I
but that
remember.
was insane. It was
But
great.
it's
After she lost the
cool.
belt, it was
Like, I just feel like
her and R-Truth, and then
she
it was over.
She depends
Yeah, I
on men
didn't care
too
for
much.
her. And,
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
does she always have a man with her though?
Yeah.
Like,
She
at
don't
the end
need-
of the day,
she-
like,
she
you don't
shouldn't
no
need it. She
man,
shouldn't need
baby
it.
girl. Like all her gimmicks, she had James Ellsworth, R-Truth. Now you got this damn
Reginald, but
Circuit-
there's, but I
Circuit
actually
Road.
like
okay, I like it.
Parkour.
But at some
Mm-hmm.
point though, stop depending on men.
But I don't think the folk. Actually, I think the focus isn't. I don't see it in that way. I see it where she's positioning herself where now we're looking at who this guy is. Like, it's not even like she's leaning on him.
But why
I
does
think
the man
she's
always have to be
putting on.
around you,
I
though?
think she's offering
You
him
don't
the
need a
platform.
man.
No, but I don't think it's her needing him. I
But
think
the
it's
man
more
be happy
her.
in the ring,
I
though,
think
B.
it's him needing her, and I think he's being able to be on her platform
All
to
you
showcase
did was
himself.
evolved it from like being like, what's the routine? James Ellsworth.
But James
Only
Ellsworth
thing-
already had a
oh,
career.
Only thing the only difference is that one can wrestle and one can't.
No,
and one
but he
is black,
can wrestle.
And one has no chin and one does.
But he can wrestle. And,
So,
but my
my
thing
is this though: the character. Yes, she's positioning herself to able to have this man present him in the right way. Yes, you got something right here, baby girl, right there. On
so
your
then
eyes.
get it off. I can't
No,
see.
It's on your eyelash.
It's on your eyelash.
Yeah,
baby.
yeah, yeah.
Oh. I'm
But-
like,
but
you're
yeah.
looking at me and not
But-
telling me. The fuck?
But understand that all her gimmicks evolve a man somehow. I'm tired of seeing that, baby girl. You don't need no man. You can do bad all by yourself.
But
And
I think
that's what gets you upset.
But I think it's you have to understand, it's like heel with a great valet works wonders.
Absolutely.
Because it gets you more heat. And I understand what you're saying, because like, oh, you're beating this. I know what you're saying, but you gotta look at the bigger picture on this. Like, you have a valet that's fucking up matches, making you look good. There's this essence about having a valet. It's a lost art. Like, you have a heel valet, and then
That's
what?
not
And
happening
also, like,
anymore.
nobody even talked about the intergender match they had low key
Whole
on SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
And it's just like these cool things that's being done with him, where the James Ellsworth got her more heat because she was a heel. Like, I know what you're saying.
And that came out of nowhere, because that was that Money in the Bank I was at.
Right. It's
Yeah.
just
When she
like,
faced
listen,
Asuka, and I was
people
like,
were
whoa.
people were so pissed
I
about.
appreciate no. The thing is, I agree with you. I see the bigger picture, but it's just me little nitpicking at it.
Yeah.
Like,
Of course you are.
yo, like,
That's what we do.
yeah, like I like it, everything like that, but I hope the next time you evolve,
that doesn't become a necessity to
Yes.
where. Okay, I get where you're going.
I get exactly. But her character has like grown.
It's
changed.
It's tweaked
Yeah,
because I actually don't mind the whole now, like her being like, because it kind of to me still follows the Mela is money thing, where it's like, if you got money, you got expensive taste. You like expensive wine.
But that's
you
how
have
most
a
rappers
connoisseur.
do.
Like I was like, oh
look
shit.
at Jay-Z. He went from wearing jerseys, and now he wearing the suits.
Yeah.
So that's what Carmella did, because she was wearing the sneakers and shit.
I agree.
Yep.
And now she's getting real money. I know she signed a new check.
Yeah.
New contract.
Oh yeah, without question. Yeah.
And they be low-key paying, but nobody be talking about that.
Oh no, because nobody likes talking
but
about
then
their
again,
money.
like something that shout out to my son, Ralph Reigns,
Talking to the
and
goddamn mic.
he said that her gimmick is male manipulation. What do you guys think?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily, because with James Ellsworth, you can make the argument. With R-Truth, not so much. And with Reginald now, he kind of just works for her. So he's not necessarily being manipulated in a sense. So I get where he's coming from, but it really works
I think
a
it's
lot
more
with
of
like exploitation kind of situation.
I would
but
see it more like it being an ally versus
Yeah.
being exploited. Because James Ellsworth, when he came out and screwed Asuka, it was more of like that was an alliance. When her and R-Truth had been together, it was more of an alliance. It was more of them. And really, to be honest, it actually made us look at R-Truth probably more
exactly.
than looking at her. And then now at Reginald, it's just more of alliance and more of getting him the opportunity to showcase his stuff.
But
so
the feud with Sasha, when Mela tried to utilize, because with the whole Mela is money and all the, I didn't feel like it would really hit with Sasha Banks, because Sasha was just coming off of last year talking about having all this money. So now it can't become a battle of money.
I got more money than you.
It's not gonna work, because at the end of the day, one is the champion, one's not.
Right.
So we could talk about money all day, but where am I at?
They didn't work it right, though.
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't.
What I would have done, I would have pulled a Mayweather, Conor McGregor.
Okay.
That type of feel, because you have two fighters with both who have money.
Yep.
One obviously has more than the other, but you kind of work it a little bit more. Where you're like, okay, it's money going up against it, and these large egos, but they don't usually portray the women with that type of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't. I liked
agree with
it.
you.
I liked it because they could, but they didn't put it in a way where it was bigger than life.
Yeah.
But the storyline wasn't compelling enough. Like,
Because a lot of times
I feel like they got cut off. A
lot of times with women's storytelling, they don't make it bigger than life.
I feel like this time
Actually,
around it was
I don't even
more
think it's only
interesting.
with just the. I think it's everything outside of the main event picture.
Of course.
They get cut off before,
That's the reason
because they
why.
have a cutoff date for when their feud is going to end.
Yeah, it's
With the
weird.
main event picture, it's almost as if it's open up until, let's say it's the big
dies
pay per
down
view.
or
So you got
something
like a
like that.
SummerSlam, you got a WrestleMania. Outside of those two, we're gonna build and just see wherever the hell it goes.
But when they do that, I feel like they stop it, because one of the best moments in SmackDown, nobody talks about it in recent days, 2016, SmackDown. When SmackDown Live was the land of opportunity.
Yep.
And everywhere in the card, everybody had a story. Dolph was relevant.
Yep.
Heath Slater storyline with him and Rhino and stuff like that. You felt the big deal about it.
Yeah.
Apollo was wrestling for the IC champion against The Miz. I forgot about that. So what I'm saying is this way, like, when they make the whole card more balanced,
Yeah.
out of nowhere they just unbalance it, and then they make the whole thing crap, and then main event stays around. I'm looking like, why did they do that for? I never understand that.
Yeah, like Raw right now, they have the premier opportunity to do that. Because if you look at what's happening on the card, you already have McIntyre, who just got done with Goldberg, so we're going to find out what the move is going to be. Randy and Edge are having what they're doing. The tag team champions, and we had talked about this before with what was going on with the Hurt Business, and Bobby is at the peak of where he hasn't had this much steam since he first came back.
Yeah.
So if there was ever
I
a moment
agree.
for the Brock match to happen, it would have to be now.
They gotta pull the
They
trigger
have to
soon.
do it now. And Brock, he had, I could have sworn I read somewhere where they said he
you
was
read it
willing
right.
to do more. So I don't, when he comes back, he could mess around and come back as a face.
The thing is with Brock Lesnar is like Brock from even last year, he's like, listen, because his contract is like he hasn't re-signed, but the reason why he hasn't re-signed is because there's no fans. Like Brock wants to come back, he wants to be involved, but he wants a crowd.
Yeah.
And I mean, as someone that you value your craft at times and how you present yourself, and you know that you feed off of that crowd energy, you have that right to be like, listen, this may not be the right time for me to do it, so I'm not gonna half-ass it.
But they're
you gotta respect that. But they're
protecting Bobby.
You said that last week that they're protecting Bobby.
They're really protecting Bobby. He's looks like you say looks amazing.
Yep.
They're protecting everybody.
It's SmackDown it works well because it's a shorter show.
Yeah,
Correct.
absolutely. Because Raw's way too doggone long.
Raw is 3 hours of
drag.
content.
Yeah.
But that's why Raw Underground was so important.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because
absolutely.
it cut it down.
It broke it down and like
And
you
it-
gave
and
me
it- but-
something to do.
But it's also Raw Underground added a different show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A whole
Complete
different show
different feel.
because a lot of
Complete feel.
times this is just how we are as people nowadays. I remember this is mad random. I was talking to the dude. I don't know how I ended up meeting him, but I was at the gym. I was talking to the dude that created the slogan, "This is not television. This is HBO."
Okay.
Oh wow, mad random. But okay.
Mad random. Oh, my trainer, my powerlifting coach was coaching him as well. So that's
Okay,
how we met.
so
we're chopping up. He was like, "Yo, people cannot take in information the way that they used to."
Yeah.
Like if you look on social media, like you know your social media icon right now, 1-minute videos is too long sometimes.
Yep, absolutely.
So we're down to 30-second videos to 15-second videos. Now you have a show that's 3 hours. Literally
Shit is
3
intense.
hours.
And what kills me is that they figure out, they think the way to fill it is to still show clips from like SmackDown or like other shows. And I'm like, no, that's not, that doesn't keep me interested. Now it's like, all right, now this is being a little repetitive. If I wanted to see the fucking highlight, I just went on YouTube.
I went on YouTube.
Like that's
but
the era that we're in.
That's the thing. They haven't evolved the way that they set up the show, because I've been saying this for so long. Raw starts off the same way every night.
15
Some
minutes
nigga
to
comes
20 minutes
out.
promo.
Shout out to Simon Miller to point it out every week.
Some
Every
nigga
week.
comes out and goes, "Yo, so last week you hit me."
Yeah.
And I'm mad.
Yo, so I was just upset at how fucking, and this is why I'm like, Drew is just sleepy season. How the fuck you come out and you act like you're the host of Raw? Like, I was so confused.
I was
Again.
okay with that.
Well,
Again, he's
Like, welcome. Hey, remember
Stone
last
Cold
night
used to
when?
do it. Stone Cold used to come in all the time.
Exactly.
Pull that up.
Yeah.
Not to where he was like, well, welcome to
Well,
Raw. It was never.
you
He
have
would
to understand-
he would reflect, but it was a different kind of feel.
And at the time, Austin and them, it was one show.
Yeah.
So he's talking about the week
Yeah, it was
before.
one show.
But,
Yeah.
but it's still one show.
Yeah.
But it's still one
No,
show.
but
but it should be
but the
separate
way
between
that Drew,
SmackDown and Raw.
right, and
Yeah.
the way that Drew opened up Raw was you giving me a recap of last night, sir.
But everyone does that.
I
though.
Everybody
don't
does
know.
that.
over the
The
years.
thing-
Yeah,
so-
Triple H comes. We have bandage all beat up. I beat Goldberg.
But it's about his match.
It's still
Yeah.
a recap though.
But it's about his
No, it was
match.
about it was all about him. Drew
was
was
out
like,
here like it was Vegas.
But
no,
John
let
Cena
me be
did
a
it too,
showgirl.
though.
No, the reason why is because
About
he's a
his
baby face. So he's putting over the company. That's the reason why he comes out
But
and
it's
do
not
that.
even putting
That's-
over.
That's
That's
the
fair.
that's the
I
reason
get
why
the
he did
angle.
it
I
that
get the
way.
angle.
Was it the
I
best?
disagree, but I get the angle.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Was it the best? No. And the reason why is because we are seeing Drew find himself as a babyface.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I've
That-
been preaching that.
That's the thing about Drew, is that he's finding his niche as a babyface, because majority of his career, besides when he was at 3MB,
Yeah.
Not even that.
he was a heel.
Yeah.
He did heel shit.
Yeah.
He did.
So
Think about
at
right
this
now,
time, he's trying to maneuver. The thing about it, they're doing little things to put him over. Cause I fucks with the kilt, my nigga. Listen,
with the sword, come down to the ground. Oh my gosh!
these are my people.
Oh my god!
These are my people.
Mind me of Power Rangers, B.
Nigga, mind me of Mel Gibson, my
No,
nigga.
facts. I feel
Braveheart, B.
Oh my gosh! Make
the
me
energy.
Braveheart. Take me to church.
Oh.
That's what I'm talking about, B.
I don't know why I said
I
that.
fuck with
Yeah.
I fuck with the Irish and the Scottish, my nigga.
Scots, the fucking
The
Scots.
fucking Scots.
The fucking
I
Thanks.
fucks with the Scottish.
Thanks, son.
I fucks with the
Lord.
Irish.
Mhm.
Shout outs to Top Tier Hospitality.
Yep.
True.
Taj, Katra.
Oh, and shout out to Sheamus. That was great, bro.
Yeah, but
great, bro.
again,
they just gotta keep that
Shout-
momentum.
shout out to him, like the Great White.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think the biggest problem that we have we're overexposed to the wrestlers. Because
I agree, 110%.
For example, like I had to really think about this. When Brock first came, right? All you know that he was just, who's this guy?
Yep.
And he went through the Hardy Boys and destroyed them. You're allowed to build them up. But then when you go back, like, oh, when he was OVW, he was champion. He could have made so many titles. So you didn't have no expectation for him. So you're able to mold him how you want to.
Who, Brock?
Yeah.
Brock's a little different.
No. But like, I'm saying that how that it was different back in the day. John Cena was able to be John Cena.
Because you didn't know everything
Exactly.
about somebody.
Exactly. Like Batista.
There
like
was
Batista.
limited access.
Yes.
And that's why the commentary, that's what made JR so great, because you ain't know nothing about nobody. And JR would talk about the style of wrestling somebody would do.
Exactly.
The company or wherever they used to do their entire backstory.
Exactly.
Right now, and that's why the commentary sucks, because what are they talking about?
And
Nothing.
guess what?
Yeah.
Vince still have that mindset of this is OVW.
Yeah.
For the championship. I'm gonna separate what they did before.
Yeah.
Because that's how it used to be. He's getting better at it. Example, John Cena, like for example, Bo Dallas was Florida Championship Wrestling. Champion.
And
NXT champion.
yeah.
But NXT was NXT. So when he came to the main roster, able to mold him. Big E. If we knew that Big E was champion, I didn't know that till later on when I went on Hulu and back catalog. I was like, he was a beast. If I knew what I knew, I've been tight that they're not pushing him.
Yeah.
Now, why I brought this up? Because everybody complained about Bianca Belair. Well, it's your main event, blah, 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 blah. But the bigger picture is, who was your main event with? Selena Vega. Selena Vega is a low-key vet. She's been around forever. She has low-key accolades. So there's no house shows. So he's able to.
She was trained by Amazing
Right. Amazing
my
Red.
God.
Shout out to House of Glory. Shout out to Master P. Nah. Because he's about it. Anyways, so like I said before, she was getting her reps.
You did that, by the way.
And
that's
like,
your fault.
no. But if you notice, when Sam Roberts said that she was not ready.
Hold on for a second. I don't need to interrupt. Yo, Chiseled Adonis, you have a fan?
Oh, do I?
Some chick is like, yo, you mad cute, B?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How nice is that? Yeah.
That's the
Are you
Haitian in
I
him.
single?
might just slide into her DMs.
Give
Unfortunately,
it that
I'm not.
Zozo.
I need to
still
find a
with-
man who look like me.
Wait,
know,
are you
a man who's
still
like
with
me.
the young lady you spoke
Yes,
about?
I am from last year. Yeah.
Oh, damn. So
Yeah, I mean, I
know
sold
Is
Zozo
she a
jokes.
jokes to
doctor
get
yet?
with
Is
her.
that what she was going for?
Well, yeah, she's finishing up her master's now.
Haitian?
Okay.
Yeah, actually, yes, she is.
That's
She
what's
is,
up.
yes, she
But like I
took the
said
time, yeah.
before, like,
Sorry, ladies, he's
reason
taken.
why I brought up Bianca Belair because like she was able to develop and people kept complaining, why's your main event? Blah 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 blah. Be honest, when Sam Roberts said she was not ready,
She wasn't.
she wasn't.
She wasn't.
And he was not criticized. He would say, yo, he liked her, but right, she wasn't ready. It motivates Bianca and she went out there and killed it. Now, let's go back. Let's take the DeLorean. And
I don't know. What
The
that is.
DeLorean's a horse?
Yeah, you were on a horse just now.
so next take the DeLorean.
Wait.
he's driving.
So let's take it
Storytelling.
back.
Now you were driving.
And then, what if what if Sam Roberts never told that to Bianca?
Yep.
Bianca want to put the all into it.
No, she
Absolutely.
wanted to put the.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No, I don't think she
Nah,
was gonna.
she
no.
need that motivation. You don't
But
understand.
no, she can have. But if you watch the documentary, which is why I always recommend doing
Yep.
on the WWE Network, cheap plug. Sam Roberts, comment or not, she would have still had the motivation. She still would have
Of
had
course,
the
no,
drive.
I understand
So
that, but like,
I cannot
but-
sit here
but
and
I
be
think-
like, Sam was the gear that flipped the switch.
No, he definitely was. But I think it doesn't necessarily help with Bianca. I think it's with everybody else.
exactly.
Yeah, because with everybody now hearing the comments, with her success, it now means more to the people. Because you're
Exactly.
silencing the doubters.
Exactly.
If there are no doubters, it's just, yo, you just succeeded, but there's nobody
If
who's
you
being
go back,
silenced.
she was not
I
ready.
mean, listen, every
So-
good person
so,
has
okay.
haters.
Yeah.
So that's just
Okay,
what it is.
And every good
I
person
gotta-
should have haters.
I got to
Thank
piggyback.
you.
I got to piggyback. on
Thank
this
you.
real quick.
Look at the job of tears, B. Niggas did a podcast about us. 2 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna piggyback on that, and then we're gonna move on past the Rumble.
Yeah.
So
I see what you did there.
I always loved Bianca, right?
Love her.
But I was one of the
Definitely
people
one of the ones like she ain't ready.
Yup.
because she wasn't.
Same.
Because she
Same.
wasn't because
And what happened when you sit at the bar? You said, yo, she shut me up. She amazed me. And you was on the side of Sam Roberts.
huh?
You was on the side of him. You was like,
Yeah.
yo, I see where he came from with this.
No, because but the thing is when she had that, it was giving her a taste of the spotlight.
Yep.
But at the same time, I understood what he meant because if you watched her matches, She wasn't ready.
Not even
Thank you.
close.
She was not ready. Because I always bring this up. There was a 4-way. It was her, Mia Yim,
yeah, I remember
Lacey Evans, and it was some other chick. I forget who it was. It was those 4. Sadly, Lacey was the most polished out of all of them. And then Lacey got called up the next day. Bianca stayed in the thing, and she kept working. But when she got up to the main roster, she still wasn't ready.
Yeah, she wasn't ready.
That's why she's the main event, like I said.
But Bianca is an athlete. What do athletes do?
Train. Get
You
better.
train. You get better. You are more. You live in Orlando, so you at the PC Center picking up shit and doing shit. People kept going, "Oh, her character's good." Yes, but that in-ring storytelling has to make a huge difference. She gets up to Raw. It was okay. Bro, when they fuck with you,
they gonna do everything to her.
They take
She
care
was
of.
still a main event, and people don't understand main event. When you're on main event now, you're the only show the only match that they focus on.
Yeah, you're the only one.
You're literally like the main. That's what called main event.
But that was the beauty about what she was doing.
Because there's no house shows, dog.
Because there's no house shows, so she was getting what she needs to get what she was getting in. Her reps in.
Yeah.
Then Royal Rumble comes of last year.
Yep.
Come on, son.
Coming
out party.
Yep.
Coming out party. But then we still build you up because we understand that you still need reps.
Don't forget Survivor Season and War Games.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And what happened? What happened? Fucking classic moment. You don't belong here. You put you in the spotlight. But we give you a rub with Charlotte and Rhea. We give you a rub right there. Keep building.
Dude.
Because the thing about it, we know you're the future.
Yep.
We also got to understand that she is homebred.
Exactly.
WWE.
Shout out to Mark Henry.
WWE loves homebred motherfuckers.
They eat it up. They love it.
Like, you in-house? You came from in-house?
Yeah.
We pushing you to the moon.
Because it tells a better story.
It's
tells
long-term booking.
And that's the thing I think that came full circle when Bianca won on Sunday was that
The final 3.
it was the final 3
final
again.
3.
You sent that picture to me. I said, yo, I couldn't
But
even
look
fathom.
but all that final 3 is
shit.
homebred.
Right?
All homebred.
And it was something they've been literally building the past like almost 2 years.
But another thing, remember when they were both about to eliminate each other?
Yeah.
Rhea and Bianca? Bro, we were looking at the future of the women's division.
And when they both teamed together to take Charlotte out, it was just like, oh, you bitches.
And then Charlotte, being the pro that she is.
And her face.
The little
Because
stuff.
she sold the
She was
fuck
like,
out of it. I was so proud.
Dang, she's
Like,
white, so she can't say that.
She was like, yeah, she
Dang.
can't say
She
that.
better not say niggas.
No,
she probably
she
said,
can't say that.
Yo,
it's so funny. So super side note. So Tommy had posted the live of Brooke Hogan doing the sign-in at
why?
At High Spot, because that's where he works. So no, they do. So High Spot does like online signings
Brooke
now.
Hogan?
Yeah,
Hogan's-
Brooke. Yeah, Hogan's daughter was
Nice.
on there live.
I heard the story.
So
it was
it was no. It was so funny because I messaged him and I was just like, "Yo, make sure you don't bag so her daddy don't call you a nigga." And he was like, "Yo, I actually would rather be called a nigga by a nigga that got mad money than someone that doesn't." And I was just like,
Yo, that's the ultimate sellout right there.
Well,
I don't think we should say this on the
Yeah.
podcast. It's like a Patreon episode type of thing.
Yeah. Like,
Patreon
yo,
coming soon.
Dang, like,
Oh, it
what
should be
moment is
coming
this?
soon, yeah.
Because I'm going to cut this out because that was a cool
"Why would you
moment,
cut that out?
You being a coon.
I'm not being a coon. How is it me?
Like, you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but he a coon.
I'm about to say, how am I being
The
one?
disgust.
Like,
The utter
talk about
disgust.
How you coming at me about?
talk
I'm
about how
telling
that-
you a story.
Yo, talking about how that, cause nigga, like someone got money, you could call me a nigga. What? That's some real
Yo, can we
coonish,
move,
B.
let's move on.
Coon.
Let's move on.
Coon.
He is not feeling it.
Cool nation, B.
Out of control.
Dang.
Yo, let's move on.
I'm trading you, B. I'm trading you for Daniel Bryan, man.
Or DB always a part of it.
Oh, of course.
He always at the
But
beginning.
so I guess
Cool nigga, man.
yo, question. Random question to the table. Shout outs to what is it? Is it Black Guy Wrestling Podcast?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh,
What is it?
I was gonna get there.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
It's okay.
He was being mad disrespectful. Go on.
Oh, this one, because he's the rated. Oh no, so actually before, because that's actually was gonna be the question of the week. So I'm holding that.
Okay.
But now is your time to officially apologize to Edge
Please.
for winning the
Please.
2021
Please.
Royal Rumble.
Apologize to that white
Go
man.
ahead. The
So-
floor is yours.
So listen, I don't know if you saw the latest episode of Coffee Talk where I talked about Edge win and whatever. So my thing was, I'm so shocked.
Whatever.
So my
It
whole
is
thing,
what it is.
I actually went on UWO podcast at the same thing.
Oh, okay.
So The whole thing for me was Edge winning the Royal Rumble was not needed.
Okay.
Because you're a Hall of Famer, you're a mega superstar within the business. You can just slot yourself into the main event picture.
Right.
Agreed.
So, yes, you can. You can do what the fuck you want to do.
But do you prefer it though?
It doesn't matter. You can do what you want to do.
Yeah. It's Edge.
It's Edge.
It's Edge.
He's in that top 10 range of niggas that can do anything they want.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna say something like I'm gonna hear where you go with this.
But as a fan, though, do you think the backlash would have been more?
Oh, no, not at all.
No.
Because if he just makes his return and bam, yo, I'm Edge, I'm in the title picture. Ain't nobody really gonna...
Like, let's say, for instance, the Royal Rumble winner wins, whoever, somebody else, right? And he's, starting off Raw, because you got to talk on Raw.
Yeah.
And then Edge music drops.
Yup.
It's perfect.
But that
that's that same energy.
we hypocrites now.
Yeah, that's not the same energy we gave
depends.
William.
Well,
that's not the same energy
but
we
the
gave
thing-
no
William.
one likes William though. B.
But the thing,
But
the
that's what I'm saying. You can't
but
sit here and be
William
like,
end up putting work in that
but
much
no,
Edge though.
but
No,
the thing is,
No,
you
hold
can't
on,
sit
hold
here.
on, hold on.
You
Let
can't
me-
sit
let
here
me
and be like
I
the
think
Hall
it
of
worked.
Famer thing.
I think it worked with him because when during Brock's title run during that time when Goldberg first came back, and had it not been the Survivor Series, and instead it was coming back for Mania to fight for the title, I think people would have still loved it. Because when he came back and he fought against Brock, everybody loved the fact that most people loved the fact that he came back because they wanted him. And the way that he won, it's like, oh, he won the original Goldberg fact. But once you notice, wait, where is this going?
That's the problem.
He beat
The
Owen.
thing-
Now it was all right.
The thing is, when Goldberg came back, it's a very small novelty because it's Goldberg. And that's what you said.
Yeah.
You really can't, he can't do much.
I think that's
So
what it is.
Edge coming back, we know he's going to work a program.
Yeah.
So if the music drops, whoever's there,
Not gonna lie, I was hyped when I heard the song drop on NXT.
so that's what happened.
But then again, Edge is more of a polished wrestler than Goldberg.
Exactly.
Oh,
so
he's more of a wrestler.
he's more
because
of a
so it
wrestler.
all works.
Overall.
Yeah, it all works.
It all works. So my whole thing was just like, yo, you don't need this. Let's give it to somebody else we could put the rocket on it. And because the thing about it, if you look at the landscape of WWE, we have 3 more years, maybe 4 more years with the current superstars up top.
Yeah.
Like,
Because after Rumble, there was so many articles that came out about how everyone's over 30.
no, that's bullshit. I'm gonna get hold on.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's literally...
No, because I saw that article, and I will tell you why.
And it was random how this was the time now to just throw that out there, like, all these niggas is over 30 and 40.
But the thing is, though, this is why I hate wrestling fans.
Thank you.
Because they think they know everything.
Shout out to Tyree.
They think
Of Prolific.
they think they know everything.
I miss
And the
him.
thing is, if you look at wrestlers who are superstars
In their 30s.
in their 30s,
In their 30s.
Prime.
Dickhead.
they're in their 30s.
Prime.
So let's continue this. Half of you love your indie darlings, right?
Oh, them niggas is...
Oh, you love them. You love them. And when they get to WWE, they're older.
Yep.
The problem is not the age. The problem is new faces. Y'all motherfuckers keep talking about age. Y'all dumb. It's because most wrestlers hit their prime in their 30s. There's exceptions to the rule. Randy Orton, Yokozuna, we talked about it earlier. The Rock.
I was going to say, how old was Shawn when he was in his prime?
Sean, when he hit 30, that's when he won. When he won the title.
Yeah, the first time. So that's what I'm
How
saying.
old was Stone Cold when he won his first title? 30 fucking 4.
34.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, it's not about the age. People need to get that out your head.
It's new faces.
It's new faces. Because there was plenty of new faces in that Royal Rumble.
Oh,
Mad new
absolutely.
faces.
That's why
Mad
I was
faces.
hyped when and I already knew it was happening, but with Damian Priest coming into the Rumble. And just the amount of like love and rub this nigga's gotten within the last week, I'm like,
What is
whoa.
that? New faces.
Like,
Damien is
whoa.
older, but Damien is at his he's like
He's in his prime.
He is Jordan on the first championship.
He's on his prime. And
He
that's,
is
but,
Jordan on his
the,
first-
but the
But
bigger
then again-
picture about that though is the rub that he's like the shot that he got of fucking him and Edge having a conversation.
Yeah, it was
I was like,
reminiscent of
Of
Undertaker
Undertaker
and
and-
Cena.
yeah.
But the
like,
thing about it,
no.
you see, they're doing their job. So back to Adam Copeland.
Yes.
Mr. AKA
Adam
Edge,
needs an
AKA
apology.
the rated R superstar. Sir Wilkins
good
needs to
point.
talk to you.
Yeah.
All right. I was talking hella shit.
Wild shit.
Wild shit about you.
Because I was prepared to
My
come.
bad. My bad. Because I thought you were going to be a selfish, old motherfucker coming in and taking everybody's glory. But you know what, Mr. Adam Copeland, a.k.a. Edge, you came out. You came out on Raw.
And NXT.
Giving out rubs. Pause. You came out on NXT giving out rubs.
Opened up NXT. And told Pete Dunne, I see so much of myself in you that I understand
bars.
you.
He was spitting bars.
Woo.
And you know what? Mr. Adam Copeland, a.k.a. Edge, Sir Wilkins going to say, I'm sorry.
But I improve the story. Like, I give it a seal of approval because I see wrestling. Shout out to Real Life Cass because he was on the podcast when he was on his time. He broke it down how it is. It's a show. And I see it as Edge is. Do you guys watch Shameless?
I haven't watched it in a long time.
You never watched Shameless before?
Like the first few seasons.
Is Edge is that character that everything was not going right for him because he had a tough year. Like, let's be serious here. Like, he had a tough year. Matter of fact, let's compare it to Dragon Ball Z. When Vegeta turned to Descended Super Saiyan Blue, he had it tough. You feel me? Like, he always been second nature to Goku. He needed that W to say that, yo, I am here. So him winning Royal Rumble was a seal of approval. Like, whoever beats him will get the ultimate rub. Now, next to that, he go against Roman. Roman beating him?
Yep.
That'll make Roman the biggest heel in the business.
Absolutely.
You crush his dreams. F you, Roman. Boo, boo.
So I'm intrigued to see. It's unfortunate because we're recording before the SmackDown
Yeah,
is
but
on,
whoever beats him,
but
you getting that rub, boy.
Exactly.
But that was my whole thing. Mr. Copeland, my
Because you was under the impression he come back, he win.
But the thing about it, you don't need the Rumble.
You don't.
You a star. But I understand why, because now you can maneuver yourself within all three shows to do different rubs.
But as far as us wrestling fans, we also got to see it as a business standpoint. Royal Rumble is enjoyed by casual fans, fans of long time, current fans. So let's say my boy, shout out to my boy, and he watched that, yo, Edge comeback was mad cool, man. Now, what's he going to do next? Oh, let me watch NXT. Who's this Finn Balor? Yo, who's this Pete Dunne?
But
what?
My nigga
Just like Edge, think about it. Edge said, you remind me of myself. So me, as a person, my boy,
You're going to start watching Pete Dunne.
Oh, let me look at Pete Dunne.
Yep.
Oh, Pete Dunne is a beast.
And on top of that, him saying like, this is the title I've actually never had. And I was just like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, Edge, why you setting me up? Now I kind of want to see you face one of these niggas. And then even going further into the little segment when he exited the building and fucking came into fucking Killer Cross. And I was just like, yo, Killer Cross versus Edge? I wouldn't even dream of that.
But then again,
that's wild.
Edge right now is in his Tom Brady
He's the
years.
absolute wild card in wrestling that we all need.
But that's what the Rumble is supposed to be.
The wild card.
Because whoever wins it, originally, for a long time, it was consistently, you win the Rumble, you win the title. And then there were people, like Nakamura's momentum was at an all-time high when he got to 2018, and then he lost at Mania. You've had people win the Rumble, and they lose. But when you're a legend, you're expected to, like when Batista came back in 2014. When he won, they're like, yo, Batista about to be the champion. At first, like, yo, Batista back. But wait a minute. Brian been building all this momentum. He won the Rumble, and now it's it was by accident. But then now you sitting there like, oh, wait a minute, what's gonna happen here?
That was the original story.
But with Edge now, it makes it interesting because. And I've already predicted Roman not going to drop the title until probably SummerSlam. There's no way you can't not have him, carry this momentum all the way through.
He got it like last year.
No, before Survivor Series.
Like I think SummerSlam would be about around that year time.
I think he goes longer.
But I think he goes longer.
Yeah, I do at least SummerSlam. He's going to have it to at least SummerSlam. I think he could, depending on who he's fighting against, I think he'll still go through. Because I would love the match with The Rock at one point because the battle for the tribal chief. Because think about it, outside of WWE, The Rock, he still holds that title of Samoa and all this other stuff, and he's the highest grossing. He's consecutive years. He's made the most money in Hollywood. So if he walk right back in, he don't need to win no Rumble to get back in there. And you got a very good argument for him being the greatest as well. And all of these different accolades that he has. Roman beating him, that's another stand. So the first thing that came to mind when Edge won was, yo, if Edge fight against Roman and everybody with the story, this is where commentary really matters, because if you put out there, yo, he never lost the title. He had to retire. right? He didn't get an opportunity last year to keep the momentum because Orton put him out. And all of the other stuff. And now he fights against Roman, and Roman beats him. Roman is number 1 in the world.
Roman, it's in rare. Hindsight be in 2020. Undertaker beating John Cena and Bray Wyatt was smart in the long run because you had to keep him strong. And Roman beating him, he's in rare company.
Yeah.
Only him and Brock beat him at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
him being Edge, that's another
But that
Infinity Stone.
But that was my argument with Edge.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Are you gonna? Because it's at the end of the day, this window that we have for new superstars is very small.
Yep.
But I am okay what he's doing with now because it's like he is the hot feature right now.
Yeah.
On a song. He's the stimulus. He's a Drake stimulus. Like, you get on the song with Drake, your stock goes up.
Yep.
So that's what Edge is right now. So him playing that role because he has come out and said, I'm not here to work a part-time role.
Yeah.
No,
And
like
that was my issue with a lot of people because they work. And listen, get your money,
Papa.
Yeah,
Get your money.
and
Yeah.
honestly, do what you can do physically and
give
mentally
him the
for
pillars.
yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you
Get your
can't-
money, Papa.
you
But
can't sit here.
even in the ring, like, my only problem that I have with the part-timers and things of that nature, because if you're working a limited schedule where you're not, you only have a number of matches, great. But if you can just show face, like, backstage segments have taken such a step backwards. What worked during, like, the Attitude Era and things of that nature, we had people who probably you'd see one televised match or 2, 3 a month. And remember, they had the 2 shows, and you had 4 SmackDowns, 4 Raws, and they were all combined. But you would have people who'd only work like 2 televised matches in a month, but you saw them every week. They were doing something.
APA.
They were whipping somebody's ass in the
APA,
back.
yeah.
They were having a promo with somebody. So when you bring a part-timer back, don't just have them, I'm only here, I'm working a match, that's it.
But I talk about that all the time.
But I
know?
think the plus side to it is that I think they are starting to transition back into a lot of backstage talk.
I've
and
always
segments.
said that. They listen to the
and
show.
I keep facts. I seriously
But the
think
one
someone
thing
listens
that
to
they
the show.
should
But wait,
do.
hold on.
Yeah.
My bad.
But the one thing that I've been saying for a hot minute is that the hidden gem is fucking talking smack
Yes,
and raw talk.
absolutely.
Those 2
Yeah.
shits literally carries everything. It is the hidden gem that wrestling fans need that they don't appreciate.
And truly, they should get it on television so it's not only on the network. And I understand why it should be there on the network and why people got to go over.
Yeah.
But if that was on television and you have the raw passion that's coming off of it, because Talking Smack
is wild.
When having Heyman there and what he's done with Apollo, that promo that he did on Big E, that right there shows why Heyman is top 5 on the mic all time. Because what he said to Big E, and then to close it off by saying, whenever you see Roman Reigns, when do you ever think about the Shield? And now, knowing the potential that Big E has, although the New Day didn't break up to where they turned on each other, but you'll see him grow out of that role. But there's still going to be, when we together, we together. But when we not, I'm doing my own thing.
And
you
he's
see that now.
positioned,
And it's
yeah, because it was
necessary.
kind of not weird, but it was just like it kind of was weird to see him with New Day on Sunday when they all had that promo
But
backstage.
that's the point.
Yeah.
Right, but that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, where it actually makes sense
And they
because
make
now
money, a lot of money.
I actually prefer it just him and having him grow on his own.
But
And
he's good, like, because now he become a Nightwing. Like, he was Robin, and now he's a Nightwing. Yo, Night, I need you, dogs. Let's go. He's there.
Yeah, because I felt when you have stables like that, they don't need to always be together. That's why I love the Hurt Business so much, because Bobby's doing his own thing, but when we together, we together. And I truly want the Hurt Business to be like what Evolution was. But the only thing is that Bobby would have to be that main champion, and MVP would have to take that, that
See,
mid-card
but
sort of belt.
If
But
they really played it right, they would give Money to Bank this shit to Bobby Lashley.
yeah, absolutely. If there's any year to happen, it's
someone
this
from
year.
WWE is listening, I'm not gonna say if you stole it from me, it's cool.
Oh,
but I would say, highly recommend making Bobby Lashley the winner of the 2021 Money in the Bank, because then the way that MVP would platform that shit and talk that shit, and he be the type of nigga that like, he cash in at a Rumble, he'll cash in on a Big Four and not give a fuck.
Yep.
And then win the title, and then everybody will mark the fuck out.
Honestly,
And on top of that, Lashley isn't even the aggression that he had on Monday was something that we haven't seen from this man in such a long, and he come a long way. So much kudos to MVP. He's come such a long way from dealing with Lana. He's come such a long way from dealing with Lana. So the way that it's worked, because MVP, what they could do with the Hurt Business right now, especially with Bobby, they can do kind of what they did with like the Warrior and Hogan in 90, to where you can have somebody who has this mid-card belt who can legitimately challenge the champion. If Bobby walks up to McIntyre, they don't even have to battle for the belts. He could just ask for a match. He's still a heel. McIntyre's a face, whatever.
It's a lot of meat slashing.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
But that was a good match, though.
But it'd be a great, because
that match they had last year was good.
Yeah, it was great. And the one thing that WWE has kind of missed with like the heels and the faces, we not supposed to like each other, period. I miss the days when the heels, they hated everybody. It wasn't just, yo, you a heel, yo, we good, we cool, because we both bad guys. But now it's yo, we bad with everybody.
Right.
Bobby should just be in the back. They should have just next week on Raw, just a backstage segment, because MVP, with the friction with the Hurt Business on the Shelton and Cedric, at the end, they could kind of, play a little bit with that, but then they both now trying to one-up each other inside of a tag match. And with Bobby being so angry, in a backstage segment, they could just start off the show. Somebody getting their ass whipped, and it's Bobby Lashley just pissed off. He got eliminated by multiple people in the Rumble. They can play this perfect going into Elimination Chamber.
It's the thing is,
Chiz. I never saw it that way.
It's so many. No, but they're doing it though.
But they are
they're
slowly.
They're slowly.
Yeah.
Because
Slowly.
if you watch it, it's a lot of great psychology.
A lot.
Because one of the things I loved was when MVP smiled.
Yeah,
smiled.
as Bobby was walking up the ramp.
When he was walking,
Yeah.
he just looked like,
Because
all right.
honestly speaking, that aggression you talked about, Bobby, I haven't seen in a long time. It now is like, well, if you guys continue to do this, then I would really think he could beat Brock Lesnar.
But I felt that.
I legit would be like,
right.
I could see
but
it.
the one thing that, to go back to what I said earlier, why Raw Underground was so important, Raw Underground and the Hurt Business went hand in hand like a milkshake.
Yo, because I was pissed off because on Raw they would lose, but then on Raw Underground these niggas was beating niggas up, and I was just so confused.
Guess what? Like one of the headlines was Apollo Crews versus I think Shelton Benjamin. Yeah. Right? You saw them going at it. And towards the end, they all went in the ring and brawl. And at the end, these men in suits came out, went against Retribution.
Yep.
It shows you that they keep all of them strong.
Yep.
And that's the key thing I liked about it. Like, yo, honestly, Titus Worldwide is what the Hurt Business should have been.
Absolutely.
Because
that was the first thing that came to mind. So I found it funny when Titus came out. Like, nah, you don't qualify.
And the reason why that you saw the potential was like, shout out to Raw Underground.
Yep.
He was a beast. You like, okay.
Yo,
Again, the Hurt Business should have been what Titus Worldwide should have been. But
Apollo Crews right now, he need to be like a Billy Kay, but on a serious side, trying to get into the Hurt Business.
Thank you.
Because if there's anybody,
but if like Apollo went under, because I kind of like the whole play with him and Roman.
It
I'm
makes
not gonna
sense.
hold you.
It makes sense.
It makes sense because he's
us
just like,
brothers and
he's just
Samoans
like,
go
yo,
hand in hand like
I'm the
peanut
head
butter
of the
jelly.
table.
I recover
I can
from
get
that.
you these checks. I can get you this money if you join the team type shit. Like it's some like
But Black and
Ted
Samoan go hand
DiBiase
in
type
hand.
shit.
Yeah.
And I
It
was
makes
like,
sense.
whoa.
Black people,
So-
Samoan, we've been hand in hand, B. Like,
That's
they've been
why
our
I'm waiting.
security guards.
That's why I'm so
Samoans are
excited
really
for when
black,
Jimmy
though.
come back. That's
No,
why I'm
seriously,
excited for when Jimmy
genetically
come back.
speaking, they're black.
Yeah. They would be. But we,
Yeah,
it's
but-
So
separate, 'cause
they're like our
everybody
cousin
be
that
black.
who has like a white daddy then.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, just
pretty
light
much.
skin. Yeah.
But I'm excited for when Jimmy Uso comes back. 'Cause
Ooh.
initially, I was predicting that he was going to come back in the Rumble
Yeah, me
because I don't
too.
know what the timeline for his return
Yeah,
from
me
injury is.
too.
But I was thinking, like, I did an over-under of, is he going to come back and help Roman win, or is it going to be a situation like he comes back and he tries to help Kevin Owens? Because Jay had to buy in. And how did Jay buy in? The day right after Jimmy got his ass whipped in a Hell in a Cell. So now, Jimmy coming back, you got your ass whipped. Do you just immediately buy in because your brother in did? No, you also have to possibly be convinced. So I don't think there's going to be an angle where now he goes after the title.
I think him and his brother will go at it.
Yeah, but him and his brother could do a program together and things of that nature.
And I
There
know
are
they're gonna
so
elevate each
many
other.
different ways that all of these things can work. That's why now I'm looking like, WWE they coming back. This is it, right? But they've got to keep this momentum everywhere. It can't just be top heavy and then slightly they get it right with the US champion.
But the one thing that have commend commentary across the board, and nobody gives them credit. Commentary is going back to the old days where you hear the little details.
First of all, Joey on commentary is
I was just
really
about to say that.
the anchor on Raw.
Say, like, you hear Samoa Joe do the little stuff, man. Oh, I remember when me and Weston went at it on such and such, and then you hear our Haitian brother Brian Saxon say that
he's Haitian.
Yeah, he's Haitian.
I'm disappointed. It had to be him. Damn.
He's Haitian.
I never liked Byron. I guess I'm gonna start liking Byron.
Bro, we're taking him.
Yeah, we gonna have to take him.
Like Byron?
Byron just he's all up on Nia toes. He just
Byron Saxon honestly low-key reminds me of the beginning stages of Michael Cole. When Michael Cole used to get pushed around and bullied backstage. That's Byron Saxon.
But
he gets bullied on commentary all the time.
Right. Yeah, but he looked like me. So it's kind of just like have a little bit. Like you used to wrestle. You know? Right. Poke your chest out a little bit.
Right. You're right.
Can't just be out here getting bitched. Huh? Yeah, it was very suspect. It wasn't. He was guilty. That brother. I'm like, come on now.
He getting pushed around.
Yeah.
But nevertheless,
he's in the house with his parents. Stuff. Like, I'm like, I get it. But come on, poke your chest out, brother.
You make way too much money.
Yeah, exactly.
Way too much money.
And one thing about commentary, it's a bit of an anomaly with Joe because Joe, being a former wrestler and how good Joe was, I don't expect Joe to stay in that chair. They may try to force him there, but any opportunity Joe gonna get to get back in there, he gonna go.
Right, but
overall,
but
you are correct.
But like overall, though, the commentary has been the backbone throughout this whole pandemic. Because one thing I always say is this: before, when Michael Cole days, he's like the coal miners. I couldn't close my eyes and envision what's been going on in the ring. As of lately, the pandemic era, Michael Cole has been the Michael Cole of with what's name what's that dude, Corey Graves. And on Raw, you get that. NXT, you get that. This is why that the storytelling been so important because they added the filters in here. You understand? They give you the callbacks and stuff like that. So you're right. WWE is slowly
coming
carrying everything together, but we don't have the patience for it because
they just.
But then again, reason why that we don't have the patience for it because they've been spinning our face for too long.
But you're not gonna talk about the Avengers though?
What?
AEW?
Oh boy.
Oh Lord.
Listen. Overall, it was a whack
actually,
show.
okay. Woo! I'm so glad you said that. But let's leave that. Let's say that for give us 5 minutes. Okay, I want to ask the question of the week before we get into how trash that shit was. Yeah. And I'm so glad you said that. That makes me so happy because typically he's the AEW mark out of the group.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
And that's fine. Because, we're the haters.
Okay, fair enough.
We're just honest.
Yeah. Right.
I truly watch the show. I enjoy it.
The only thing I watch clips of FTR because it was my guy. But outside of that, then absolutely, top guys.
But they're not positioned. But anyway, they're not positioned that way in that company. But
yes, they are. Like they put it over Jurassic Express, lovely Jungle Boy match you had last year. Undercover Gem.
The thing is, they shouldn't be doing that right now.
Correct.
But listen,
and in all honesty, they shouldn't have lost the title to the Bucks. But I'll leave that there.
That I agree.
So question of the week actually comes from Black Guy Wrestling Podcast. So shout outs to him on Twitter. He tweeted, "Oh, dumb. Yeah, dumb. It's a couple of. It's a group of them. Yeah. Oh, because how sometimes podcasts it sounds like it's just one person, just like Migos, you thought it was one person. He's like, oh, it's 3 niggas.
But then again, I realized Atlanta.
3 people in Migos.
Well,
anyway, question. Yeah. So once again, first of all, I'll ask that question later. But anyway, question to the table, and once again, because it's Black History Month, I think it's important to ask this, especially after the win Bianca had too as well, making history. What does it mean to you being a Black wrestling fan? They also asked, what does it mean for you to be a Black wrestler? But I'm going to I guess you could answer both in a mixture if you like, because I'm not ever taking a bump, so that question does not pertain to me.
I've been in black wrestling in video games. Does that count?
That does not count, love. But
I'm gonna take a bump at one point.
Let's start off with our guests. What does it mean to you being a black wrestling fan?
Oh, it means everything. It means everything. Because growing up and being, originally it was really just a white guy sport. Everybody who was on time, it was a white guy sport.
The whitest, the whitest.
You was black and you like wrestling. You was that outcast, but you wasn't singing "Hey y'all." You didn't have the hair enough.
I see what you did there.
It was like being black and listening to Metallica.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was a black guy who listened to Linkin Park, so being
come on.
Yeah, being the black wrestling fan, that was you just
come on.
somewhere. We're not gonna start singing. Don't get me.
Come on, B.
But it was brutal. Just growing up and being that black wrestler. But now getting to the point where you're seeing more of the faces that look like yourself, positioned in the right way when correctly booked. But it means so much because you know what the struggle was like growing up, having to endure not seeing your people get their due. Seeing a Booker T with all the momentum lose at WrestleMania 19. Seeing, Mark Henry after like the sexual chocolate come back. I'm the world's strongest man and not even being positioned, the right way or things of that nature. Well, yeah, you can't really blame him for that.
But actually, look, he's seen it for him over though.
But a lot of different things to where you see these guys. You see like a Jacqueline not get the respect
or D'Lo Brown
that she deserved. D'Lo Brown after the Nation and Farouk being. What he was that got this man as the Glacier or whatever the hell they had this man. So many different things where you saw all of these black wrestlers not get their due. And then 2 years ago where I actually had the pleasure of being able to go to the WrestleMania where Kofi had won. So all of these things now and seeing Bianca win just a few days ago, it means so much to be a black wrestling fan, then to encounter more black wrestling fans. Because whenever you run into another wrestling fan, it's always just energy changes. Now you black, we got the same story. You from the suburbs, I'm from the hood. We here, we black, we wrestling
Shout
fans.
Shout to Dirty Hills.
So it's beautiful. Oh, man, I love it. I love it.
All right, Sir Wilkins. Make sure of the both, because everyone does know you do train. So
okay, I love it. It's like a secret society.
Okay.
We really are part of a secret society within the wrestling community. Like, just really think about it. We have our own Twitter. We have our own Facebook accounts, like Facebook groups.
Yeah.
Like, we have our own viewing parties.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. But being a fan and being black, it's sometimes like a really toxic relationship. Because you'll see somebody that like has it all and they still don't push him. You'll see somebody that should be champ, and we all know if it's all of the freaking like he checks all the boxes, and they still ain't there. And it's even harder when you see black women who, and they should be in the position of their white counterparts, but they don't get there because the skin tone ain't the same.
It don't hit the same.
The hair ain't the same. And then it like looking at that from a business standpoint, we put in so much money in this business. And we still don't get that much love. But things are slowly changing. We are seeing the rise of more black wrestlers in the business. But then you have promoters who don't want to book a black wrestler because they might be too over.
Too black.
They might just be too over and they're black. And it's gonna downplay their white boy, their white girl, so they don't put them on the card.
Yeah.
You see a lot of times where they don't respect you because you're black. They don't value you because you're black. They feel that they're giving you a chance because you're black. Oh, just take this. Just take this. And promoters are already shady to their white wrestlers. They're even more shady to the black wrestlers. And then you get such unlimited places of where an independent wrestler can go to wrestle. And then when you're on that independent scene, you're struggling to eat the scraps that they give you. And then the big boys up top are barely looking at you. Barely looking at you. And then it's even worse for the black women. I will always bring up this fucking story of a female wrestler who was fucking over online but couldn't get on AEW Dark because she would outshine the rest of the motherfuckers there. I'll tell you later.
You already know who.
Yeah.
It's definitely not.
Yeah, and it's one of the it is
I know
one
what
of,
you're talking about.
It's one of the prime
One of our
examples.
favorites.
It's one of the prime examples of what's fucked up in the industry. Because I bet you if it was a white chick, they would have been on the show. Okay. I bet you if it was a white chick, they would have been fucking signed.
Yeah.
And I know people are saying that we're seeing a rise in that. The reason why they're seeing a rise in that because we're getting more opportunities to go to wrestling school. We're getting the knowledge now, so y'all fucked up.
Y'all done messed up the game.
They're about to get extra black in about 10 years.
Sure. Maybe even a little less than
because
that.
Majority of the time is the Samoans are black too.
Mm-hmm.
And then it irks me because there's so much marketing dollars in the black community. Which is why Sasha's on that Star Wars show. Yeah. Because she's talented.
Yeah.
Roman's about to leave 3 years from now and take over Hollywood.
Yeah.
The nigga mad pretty.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But
tall.
that's my opinion
All
on
right,
it.
Mr. Black, what does it mean to you being a fan?
It's
a
the
black
most
wrestling
dopest
fan?
toxic relationship that you get from both sides. Because the fans are hella toxic because they put a lot of the black performers, well, let's say anybody in the wrestling eye in the box, because it forces us to like think a certain type of way. Like if we criticize a black wrestler, we're coons, we're Uncle Toms, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, we're only saying how we feel about a particular wrestler. We only criticizing him like, okay, he doesn't entertain us, but it doesn't mean that we don't appreciate that he's in his position as a black person. So I love it because I get to see the people that I grew up in the business throughout my time in podcast on screen making a difference where you see my homegirls, people I know saying, yo, Bianca Belair won, man, and seeing the joy in their voice saying that, yo, one of us is on there. But it also it's kind of bad because we still don't take it that seriously. Because let's say that you're the rapper of the hood, people will support you and get you out of trouble. Where if you say that you're the rest of the hood, you're in that fake joint, man. I think it's mad whack though, blah, 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 blah. We got to protect all athletes at all possible, no matter what kind of sports they're into, because it's a way out the hood. Mm-hmm. And another thing about it is a lot of people make all these complaints, oh, black wrestlers, like this, that, and third, but yet you have a platform. Are you promoting these black wrestlers? These indie wrestlers, like the same exact way that you could pay for this girl's OnlyFans, you could buy your favorite indie wrestler's favorite shirt. Support them like you support their OnlyFans. You feel me?
Because it's the hottest thing that's going on right now. So that was why he used that as a comparison. I understood it.
Thank you.
I got you.
So, like,
because you was confused, but I was like, I walked in.
It's better as far as support and how we out there, but too many times where, oh, we got to be white hot instead of just be dope within ourselves. Because, for example, if you pass the paper bag test in this wrestling, you get a little bit further when you don't pass it, because you make a lot of people feel comfortable, and I don't like that. So we have a lot of stuff we have to handle. But on a positive note, we came so far away. Like when we go to Legends Bar, once again, when we open up this month on the next pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
February 21st, the Wakanda of Wrestling is open.
Yeah,
please.
I got you on your first drink.
Sunday, okay.
You like wings?
Right.
You like wings?
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah, I should have a wing challenge.
Yes.
We'll get like 25 wings.
All right.
Yes.
So we'll get 30.
I won't eat for the week.
So we have it. The issue hasn't been challenged. Chiseled Adonis versus Saul Wilkins, a.k.a. Rico Haiti, in the 25
So wait, you have
challenge.
to give him a Haitian nickname.
He already has one, Chiseled Adonis.
That's not a nickname, though. That's
a great nickname.
Ooh.
But the thing about it though, you about to die though. I don't think I don't want to do it.
Oh,
Hold
really?
on. Yeah, because listen, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose.
Scratching my
Ooh, you gotta hear the challenge.
I definitely can eat more wings than you.
Oh, boy.
Ooh,
do a
the battle of Hades.
All right, bring out the live chickens.
Brooklyn versus Queens.
Dead.
No, but on some serious, you
Nigga
really
said-
down for this?
This nigga said
Ooh.
BQE.
I'm about to make a flyer tomorrow.
Oh,
The
okay.
challenge,
All right.
you hear it first.
Gonna be eating
Saul
right.
Wilkins versus Chiseled Adonis. Wing eating competition. Elimination Chamber. Be there or be square.
No, I'm dead serious.
I'm here for it. I'm here for
I
it.
will get 50 wings.
Ooh.
All right.
25 wing
I'm
challenge.
gonna eat wings.
Chiseled Adonis.
No, are you down for that? Do you accept
No,
the
'cause
challenge?
he's so serious.
Do you back down for the challenge,
I'm
Chisel?
I'm gonna eat
Yo,
some wings. We're gonna
yo.
eat some
I'm
wings.
cutting a promo tomorrow.
You're going to
I'm gonna eat
lose,
some wings.
Chisel.
I'm
We're
cutting a
gonna eat some
promo
Actually,
tomorrow.
You gonna chill,
y'all
you gonna
gotta,
lose.
y'all gotta build this up.
All right.
Ooh.
All right.
You heard it here
You got
first.
me.
You heard it here
I'm
first.
here
Yo,
for it.
Ooh.
The fact that
You already know
the fact
the
that
Don
your
King of the
brother-
Wrestling promotion is me.
Gonna eat
So
some wings.
Wilkins
The fact that
Okay,
your
I'm
go
gonna start
ahead.
prepping right now.
versus Chiseled Adonis.
I'm gonna start building it right
Ooh.
Uh,
Wing competition.
What's my dinner?
What day is
wings.
it?
What I'm eating
24th?
tomorrow?
That's
Wings.
Sunday,
So
yeah,
it's
that's
about to be a whole lot of
21st.
wings.
The 21st.
Oh, yeah.
Legends Bar.
All
Elimination
right.
Chamber Viewing Party.
I'm done.
Chiseled
All right.
Adonis versus Saul Wilkins. 25 wing challenge.
He's so ready.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
Chisel ready for
Can't
this
wait.
competition?
I don't think he understands.
Wait.
'Cause he's about to get fucked
I
up.
can't wait.
He's
Okay,
done.
Wait.
so real quick before we get into this week in wrestling, I will.
We got my promoter print going. Hoo-hoo.
Like out here trying to be the Don.
It's coming to Don King and
Don
Jabba Tiz
King
Network.
John There you go. That's
Damn.
a good nickname. Real quick for me, Bling.
I didn't even finish.
Oh, so go
But
ahead and
overall,
finish.
this is like
Yeah,
cut it all together though.
Yeah.
It's the most toxic relationship. But just like in real life, being a black wrestling fan is dangerous as hell, but it's fun as hell. Because honestly, we literally set the culture when we go to wrestling events. When it's our team, I don't know about anything else because I don't watch niggas. But when it's our people, the black wrestling, like especially how dominant black, I mean me alone, the whole crew. My nigga Yaya got over, B. I'm telling you, B. Yo,
So funny.
us black wrestling fans, we like Sting, man. We changed the atmosphere, B. We changed it, B.
shit to the
Yo, come in Hog. When Hog open, you gotta come to the Hog event. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, dogs.
Oh, I've been there a lot of times.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I've been there a lot of times.
That's okay for assuming. Egg on my face. Pick up my face.
This guy. Real quick, and then we'll go to this week in wrestling. For me, being
So you really accepted this challenge, though?
Oh boy, I'm
Don't
here
run.
For it.
Huh?
I'm here for it. I wouldn't run from it.
Don't run from
Oh,
this.
absolutely
because
not.
I'm promoting.
I'm just letting you know the streets about to be lit with this.
Oh boy. Yeah,
Yo,
I'm cutting a promo on you.
yo,
tomorrow.
don't make
Hey,
me. Do not make me waste that promoter voice, B.
he said, "Don't make me raise my promo."
We here to
voice."
eat wings. We here to eat wings. I'm here for it. You guys got me. You guys got me. I'm here for it. I'm very interested. I'm telling you, I'm not going to eat. I'm starving myself.
He about to be a Kimbo.
Oh, I'm not eating for the whole day.
Oh, say less.
Ooh.
For the whole day.
So it's official. The gauntlet is here. 25 wing challenge. Chiseled Adonis.
Who gets the 25 wings first?
Chisel.
Who gets it?
Who finishes it first?
Yes,
Oh, who
finishes
finishes
first.
first? All right, bet.
Chiseled Adonis versus Sir Wilkins, a.k.a. Rico Haiti.
All right.
This is the battle of the
Partying
Haitians.
the whole day next day.
Ooh.
That shit gonna fuck me
Oh,
up.
absolutely,
Ooh.
absolutely.
Look at Chisel. He's over here. He ready for
Bastard.
this
Oh, yeah.
comp.
And if it's hot wing, oh man, I'm about to be on
Ooh.
the toilet.
Nah,
Pick
you
your
can-
flavor.
You can pick your
Pick
flavor.
your flavor,
Okay,
dogs.
All
You
right,
can pick
all
your
right.
No
flavor.
excuses, dogs.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
So there's
like
no
those
running.
times.
I'm gonna need a picture of you. I'm gonna get this flyer going.
Ooh.
bet.
Anyway,
bet.
real quick.
Here we
So
go.
being a black wrestling fan to me,
Especially a female.
is right.
Yeah.
There's two levels to this. So
And he Afro
being
Latino too.
yeah, so it's a 2.5.
Yeah.
So
pound cake.
being the combo, being a
The cleanup.
black female wrestling fan, there's a lot of responsibility involved. But it is beautiful, and I say beautiful as the word to describe it because of the different opportunities that people have been able to not only give myself and our team, but just people that we've been able to call friends, people that we've been able to call family, people be able to see. Like I had a conversation with someone the other day. I said, "Yo, how crazy it's been that we watched Tasha grow on the indies to now being one half of the the Impact Knockouts Women's Tag Team Champion."
Shout out to Impact.
To see that and
The
to see other people that we've come into contact that we've known, we have actual conversations with and been able to grow a relationship with, and for them to have the opportunities that they've been given so far just means that we've come so far, but there's so much more to do. And also to being a female fan, it has its plus and minuses because that whole stigmatism of like you don't know anything or you don't know enough, or that's why I say we have a responsibility to be able to be knowledgeable about what we talk about and what we do. So that's why like when we started our podcast, I was like, regardless of anything, I'm always going to be on the up and up and remembering old shit and new shit and a mixture of both, because I never wanted to come like, oh, she just like wrestling because she like how the niggas look. It's never about that. Promise you. Like, I've been watching wrestling.
It adds to it.
Since 6. I mean, I'm always team thicker. So like a Keith Lee, absolutely, or like a Will Hobbs, absolutely. But
Shout out to Nia Jax, her fun self.
so, but
thick
but
so.
I say that in
Shout out to Jessica
in
Havoc.
conclusion.
You white dick.
Whoa, she lost a lot of weight though.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
I say in conclusion that being a Black wrestling fan is beautiful. It is amazing, but it holds a lot of responsibility because we already have that stigmatism once again of like, oh, it's just a whole bunch of niggas and they don't know nothing. That type of like mentality
like that.
is because but that mentality is real, and we have a responsibility to always kind of go the higher road and always being able to say, you know what, we're able to do this and do more. So Bianca winning, honestly speaking, for me, I was super emotional because she made, for me, and I said this on the Hardy Wrestling podcast, she made the impossible possible.
Representation matters.
And I never grew, growing up, I would have never first imagined them being a female Royal Rumble all itself. Like China broke that glass
Shout out to
ceiling.
China.
And then that opened the door for like a
version of
Beth
Amazon.
Phoenix to go into the men's Royal Rumble, for Nia to be in the
Don't
men's
forget
Royal
Awesome Kong.
Rumble, for Awesome Kong to be in the men's Royal. Like all those things led up to Bianca winning. And I said that too on her podcast. I said, yo, at first I was upset Sasha didn't win the first one because she went the longest. And I think she went in number one. So I was like, what the fuck? We not gonna pull the trigger on Sasha Banks. She's money. But I think it means so much more now to see a Bianca Belair win because of her story and because of the buildup and because that actuality of it being a Black female main event at WrestleMania is possible. So like the doors are limitless. Hashtag Keith Lee.
I was just thinking that too.
And I'm amazed at the steps that are being taken because, we do sometimes take the little steps of growth for granted. So I say that in saying let's not take that for granted. Let's always look at the progression. Let's always look at what's next because that's the only way for growth and for us to have that type of representation. So that's why, and I always, not saying I felt away, but like when we always end the episode, hashtag Black Excellence, it really means that because it really is, we are all in this together. It takes so many pieces of the puzzle for it to come together, for it to all to make sense. So I say that, and let's just jumping real quick while we have a little bit of time left of This Week in Wrestling. I guess you can start off by talking about AEW this week and how AEW, Impact, New Japan has all now come together, and it's one big melting pot of I don't know what. But
I mean, it's just like regular television. Like, there's gonna be trash episodes. Like, not every episode's gonna be a home run. And this episode felt like it was a filler, but the main event was pretty cool. And seeing my son Kenta come on, I love it. I love it.
So I just didn't like Dean Ambrose not selling the GTS, but I just need to hear it. Like he didn't sell it and then oversold it at the same time, and I was just very like,
It was Kenta's fault.
what?
Kenta
Well, he shouldn't have lifted him. He shouldn't have got him up.
Kenta delivered that so horrible, because Kenta did the Gino GTS.
Yeah.
Right? So when he picked up Moxley, I guess Moxley
He almost dropped him. It
Moxley
seemed
didn't
like.
lighten himself,
Mm-hmm.
and then so you know how it goes. You got to toss him, and then you got to
Yeah.
do it. He hardly was able to toss him.
Yeah.
So then when he did the knee, it was off. So then Moxley didn't sell it when he initially falls to the
They
floor.
initially didn't, and then oversold it by popping up.
And then
It was
oversold
like,
it
what?
like he did some like
It's a Ric Flair move.
Michaels
yeah, versus Hogan.
Hogan,
shit.
yeah.
So he
I
did
don't think he meant to do that. Like,
I think he was just trying to like sell it and do his job.
Yeah.
But a nigga like me with my eye. I was
Yeah, but like
that was
overall, like, it wasn't the
terrible.
best episode, but it's one of those filled episodes. So I was like, it's
It
okay.
worked up till the end. It's like my brother said, you know that episode of Dragon Ball Z where they are talking throughout the episode and nothing is being done until the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That was the episode.
So it
Frieza
was
Goku.
cool. It was cool. Like it wasn't my personal favorite though, but NXT was a little bit better though. But overall though, like, listen, I'm a wrestling fan.
Mhm.
I just like wrestling now.
Tony Khan is Nick Fury. He literally has Impact, New Japan Wrestling, AAA, NWA, all on the show.
Wait.
What?
You got AAA and NWA on there
Because,
now too.
Kenny Omega is the champion.
Because and not only that, what you call it?
So,
the
it's become the territory.
the fuck is
He's
it
becoming
called?
the
Huh?
WWE
what's the tag?
of the
What's
Indies.
Lucha Bros. That's what I'm saying. Lucha Bros wrestle on AAA sometimes.
Yeah.
so
They're AAA. Yeah.
It's all of them in there, and I was just like, yo, is WWE Thanos? Because
Pretty much.
he's acting like Nick Fury.
Pretty much.
And then I said this online. People got mad sensitive about it.
Oh, what you said?
I said that he's fantasy booking.
Pretty much.
And that's not a bad thing. He legit is fantasy booking. These are bookings that you fantasize about as a wrestling fan. Like,
See, but then it's the ones that you think you wanted, but then when you get it, you're like, all right.
But that's with everything.
I don't think I wanted it
But
this way.
it's like he's doing WCW invasion angle without the invasion angle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because the
Wow.
biggest thing that I think that comes out of this is like you get relationships, working relationships, you get all these different types of matchups. But in the long, like, you're not establishing your brand.
Yeah. You don't really have an identity.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no real
That's what I'm saying.
AEW identity. It's just an amalgamation of all these different companies. And what's the situation with Ring of Honor? Do they just have those people over there too?
I'm so
or?
glad you brought that up because when we were talking about it in the group chat, Ring of Honor pre-production. Ring of Honor is doing some low-key cool stuff, but you have to actually you have to be a fan and look for that type of
But
shit.
the thing is,
But
Ring
they
of Honor's not
are-
that acceptable,
But
though.
they are, but they're starting to be, which is why I wanted to talk about it because they're adding so much content on their YouTube page. So for those,
Oh, those are new stuff.
no, so yeah, so they
Oh.
so they got Jonathan Gresham with the pure title, and they have like a list of guys that tournament themselves to get the number one contendership thing going. So they have that going, and then they have there's so many new things. They got Mike Kanellis now is on there. He signed, and Maria's on there. But one thing that I recommend everyone that is into Ring of Honor and wants to catch up and may not be able to watch it like live or watch it on a weekly basis, they have this new thing on their YouTube channel called Week by Week, which is like low-key reminding me of, I forgot what it was called, what Mean Gene did back in the day when he reviewed everything in the week that happened. Yeah. Ring of Honor's doing
WCW
that.
had that show.
But that's what I'm saying. It was like a WWF thing, but it's called Week by Week, and they basically break down everything that happens that week.
All right, I'm gonna check it out.
And
Good
then
looks.
so I
Because
caught
I know
it
that
this
Jonathan,
week.
like, I know that Jonathan Gresham is in some mafioso group with some guy with some.
So yeah, and then you got Shane
octopus
Taylor and his
Shane
little
Taylor,
crew.
yeah.
You have they're doing stuff that should have been done a while ago.
Correct.
So they're doing
They
it.
kind of missed that opportunity during the pandemic when everyone else was kind of doing stuff to do stuff.
But they don't have the right leadership there. So, but the thing is, to go back to the AEW thing, like, this stuff is cool because you're gonna lead to a civil war of the Bullet Club.
Absolutely.
Where you're gonna have the American Bullet Club and Japanese Bullet Club coming to head because post show, Kenny goes up to Kenta like in the parking lot. I love parking lot sceneries.
Yeah.
I just fucking love them, especially at night. This is beautiful. And he goes up to him, and then Kenny's like, "Yo, what up, my man?" Basically like that. And Kenta's like, "I'm here to fuck up Jon Moxley, not for you." And he like kind of dismissed Kenny. So that's the build up to like Japanese Bullet Club versus American Bullet Club type of thing going on, which is gonna be dope.
Which if Tony, if I was you, I would wait till all out.
But yeah, but that's they do long term booking for the most part.
very well.
They do long term, but the thing is though, what do you do after?
Yeah.
Right. Or what's the benefit? What's the end game?
But-
I think is really at the end of the
But
day.
that's with everything. That's with any form of television. Like when I watch The Flash.
Like, what's the conclusion?
Like when episode 1, I'm looking like, okay, where's this going? But with us wrestling fans, we don't have patience. Like we think that
wrestling fans like movies. They don't like TV series.
Right. Like
That's really what
they
it is.
think that a wrestler has one big win and then he wants to be champion the next day. But now they're not understanding that it still has some sports element to there. You know, with Bianca Belair, she was like a young team.
Yeah.
She was like the Brooklyn Nets, where at first they was getting few like yo, wait, like where you going with this? Then they get D'Lo. Then with D'Lo, they're able to get Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Now they got James Harden. They still putting it all together, but you see them on screen getting better as time goes on. People forget that wrestling still has some sports element into it, but a lot of fans take out the sports element into it, only put it in a drama form, but not realizing that even with drama, you like my brother said and Janelle, we've all been saying that you need story element to keep on coming back in. Like the Ministry of Darkness, right?
Ooh, best taker.
Don't get me wrong. The ending was trash. Like Vince, what the hell?
Yeah.
But it came back week to week. You're like, oh, they
Wait,
got Stone Cold that little
Vince,
cross.
Vince what? Vince being the greater power?
Yeah, it was
that
just
was
like
great. That's actually one of my favorite Raws of all time.
No, don't be wrong.
The
It's just
revealing
like,
of the greater
I just
power.
felt that, what the hell? Like, it just made no sense.
It made perfect sense.
It made no sense because the stuff that he was doing just get to Austin, like, what?
Because it was
No, yeah,
Austin, and
'cause
that's
it
why
was
he wanted to
Austin.
do.
Yeah.
But listen, we could talk more about that off
Yeah,
camera.
but like,
we do
but,
have
but,
to go.
but overall, I'm just saying that how that we gotta let people develop overall. But yeah, go ahead.
So we do have to.
There's no benefit for them being Avengers right now. I don't see it. I maybe
What
later on.
AEW getting everybody on one boat, and then there's a hole in the boat, and then it's water always leaking out.
It's
I get
too
it.
many. It's
Too many hands in the pot.
Give it some chance.
No, I am, but I'm saying as
But
of
you
right
know what
now,
it is? It's hard to, and we'll wrap it up.
Plus, it was a sloppy show.
It's hard to be focused on it when they started the relationship with Impact. Cool, let that cultivate, but
Yeah.
you couldn't even let that grow without adding another
And that's the
another
problem.
thing,
It's
and
the
then without
pacing.
adding another thing, and then without
Yeah.
adding another thing. So in saying that. We're gonna wrap this up this week. It's been really, really cool. Once again, first episode of Black History Month, Blackly Black. But I'm gonna let our lovely guest give his plug to everything where you can find him at and all of that jazz. So let the fans know where to find you.
Yeah, so first and foremost, thank you for having me on. This was very, very fun. I really enjoy coming on the Jobber Tears podcast. And I'm looking forward to this 3 Sundays from now. Whenever it may be, it appears that Sir Wilkins wants to smoke. And I'm gonna give you that smoke. And we're going to
He said he want the smoke.
Yeah, he wants to
He
smoke.
want the smoke.
And apparently
the Win Smoke Challenge.
It'll be some smoke in the
New
wind.
title alert.
Yes,
You want the
indeed.
Smoke Win Challenge featuring Sir Wilkins, aka Rico Haiti, first challenger, Chiseled Adonis.
Ooh, I'm the first challenger.
Yeah.
It's always great to be
The
the first. All right,
inaugural.
Here we go. Unless there was a different story with the first. But whatever the deal may be, I'm looking forward to that. But you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat,
You have a TikTok.
Pornhub, all of the locations of social
you
media.
still have the Pornhub?
Oh yeah, I still
They
do.
didn't get rid of you?
No. I just lost my password, but then I ended up finding it. I remember what it was, so I'm gonna start regularly uploading content over there. Just gotta make sure my tags are together because you don't want to put the wrong stuff. You be like, yeah, I'm a solo male, and put a solo male.
Shout out to
Something
Andre.
different, so you don't want to have that happen. But whatever deal may be, yeah, I'm all over social media. So go and give me a follow. Watch my content. Yes.
Absolutely beautiful. All right, guys. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Ruckus and Mr. Black. #Black Excellence. #We are out.
I was over, got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes & Noble.